One straight 6 leading North Shore yet to score.
Yeah. As we're about to start this one, pup, so we'll in the breaks. We'll go around the grounds with each competition. Yeah, quickly.
St Albans and Newtown and Chilwell.
Newtown will win that.
Yep, you can say so, but I think it'll be a tight one.
Umpire holds it aloft. Up he goes. Vale wins it, as you'd probably expect. Young Riley Brown, the South Barwon ruckman. Vale tries to crash through with the footy. He just handed that football. He did not handball it at all. He just handed it. O'Connor, he leads of the race. It's chopped off here by, that's Tommy Mars. Brings it out wide to Woods. Takes the mark. Little chip kick. Out onto the wing. Struggling to pick it up. Ooh, wrapped up in a tackle. And that South Barwon player at the bottom of that pack. Can't quite work out who he is.
That'll be Hogan.
Hogan?
Not
Wrong number.
Yeah.
Oh, what he did have 29. They got him down here as 69. So 29 is Hogan. Ball's gone down the Garth territory and Lever. That'll be a really good duel. Lever gets a handball across. Shot on goal here by Bell Park. That's from Costello, and it goes across the face and rolls out of bounds. Really, Hutchison had a chance to run under that footy and missed it.
Yeah, it would have been clear into the goal scope if you picked it up.
So been travelling all of 1 minute.
As you said, it should be an interesting battle with Lever and Garth. Garth kicked 4 when they last met. It's the highest total any big forwards kicked against South this year.
He does the ruck work here against Brown. Oh, then throws a boot at it. Garth trying to crash his way through there was Verfeth, but ball's in dispute. The bad Sheringham's hanging about. What can he do? The good Sheringham having a rest today. Hamstring soreness, I'm led to believe. Ben Johnson back, I think, is what I was told. Up they go again. Oh, Vale, good use, good ruck work there. Oh, Hogan gets one really high, and he'll get the free kick. Not a lot of this boy.
Yes.
Very...
Slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, it's it. Hits Woods on the chest. Woods, you like that one, pup, didn't you? Woods goes down. Good fist there from the defence. Running onto it is Gowers. Can he pick it up? He's mucking around with it. Goes back to Blair. Brett Blair pumps it forward. Finds his mate in Bosley. Bosley just full forward. Oh, Peps could have taken that one, Hansen. Ball hits the deck. Lynch by hand. Comes out to the outer side. Right, bouncing ball. Just bounced inside the paint.
I reckon a bit of chalk came up there. Have to go to Hawkeye on that one.
Good result for Bell Park there.
And we'll have a throw in.
Interesting, Bosley starting it in the back line. Last time we saw him, Hansen started back and went forward. He's starting up forward this week.
Yeah, Vale over the top, knocks it to the ground. Goes over the boundary line. We're going to have another throw in. Vale starting really well in the ruck.
It looks like he's set for a huge amount of tap-outs today.
He's won the first 4.
Yeah.
Yep. Not a lot of young Brown, is there? Riley Brown. Compared to Zane Vale, I mean, the big shorts. Big shorts get the front spot. Brown reaches over the top, funnily enough, and knocks it clear. Trying to crash his way through is O'Connor by hand. Or almost did Verfeth, Brandon Verfeth, the former... He's former South Barwon, former St Joey's South Barwon again, isn't he?
Yeah. I think he's switched 2 or 3 times back and forth.
We're going to have another throw in. A lot of stoppages, I'm tipping.
Bell Park are contested teams. Has happened before.
No, hopefully it's not a repeat of that infamous Bell Park Grothdale game. We might have to...
we'll go to sleep.
Don't need that.
Seriously, don't need that sort of game today. Of all days, don't need that. Taking a while to get the ball back in play. Up they go. Vale again wins it. And what's he do? He knocks it out of bounds.
It's about 3 in a row where the ruckman have punched it towards the boundary line. I'm not sure.
Going to take turns. So this time it's Brown's turn to come over the top and knock it out of bounds.
Would have thought a player would have read it by now to be in front.
Yep. Put you back to the boundary line, mate, and just get to the front of the pack.
Yep.
Here they go again. Vale with the left hand. Gets it down. Only as far as Dylan. But guess what? Shoveled over the boundary line. We have another throw in.
It's all happening in the same spot.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you go through the ballerine while
great
for
the past players right in front of the little stand there.
Let us know what's happening in the ballerine while, because there's Vale, knocks it down again. Oh, stretching for it is Harry Smith. Vale has to go back and get it himself. Dishes off the handball. The umpire said South Barwon free kick.
Yeah, off the play there must have been a scuffle off there. The running man Ryan Dillon's been awarded a free kick.
The running man, and he comes. Ryan Dillon puts it to the hot spot and found it. He dropped what he should have taken. Hansen, Verfeth. Was he met solidly? Top of the square, still in the danger spot for South Barwon. Ball comes out wide. Series of handballs. Comes over to O'Leary. Back. Oh, got the speed wobbles up there on that occasion. Did the Bell Park player O'Connor. He's dispossessed. Stacks on. Out of side. Nearly 5 minutes ticking over. No score. And if this keeps up, mate, I'm going home.
We got Barwon Heads and Drysdale at Barwon Heads. They're one apiece.
Yep.
1 point apiece. One
Yes.
goal apiece.
One behind apiece.
Okay.
Knocked forward by O'Connor. That's on the outer wing. Bell Park in possession. The bad Sheringham overruns it. Goes back. Comes into the centre of the ground. Oh, just a nasty turnover to Troy Blake. Blake Troy, sorry. Wonder if he's... that should have been downfield. As the ball... Hot spot, Garth. Dishes off the handball. Chipping in. Lever. Round the body he goes. You is the call. Mark taken on this occasion. It's taken by the Brett Blair. Little munger along the ground. Picked up by Ethan Baker. He, in turn, picked off by Benstead for a Bell Park. He finds his teammate. This is Jet Herman. Jet Herman. Just an up and under kick. Goes here towards Not. Why not? Missed it away from him. And over the boundary line it goes.
We got Port Arlington and Ocean Grove at Port Arlington. Ocean Grove are currently leading 1 goal.
Expect them to win that. Surely they'll win that.
Yeah, you never know with Ocean Grove.
Yeah.
Right in front of the kick struck. Vale, another fist.
Big Shorts, come on, mate.
Big Shorts is just happy to just keep knocking it out.
Did he get paid by the tap-outs, maybe? That's the reason he's
Maybe.
getting his extra things going.
It's his 9th hit out
Keep
already.
going, pup.
10
got-
set of tap-out.
Amos and Anglesey at Queen's Park.
Yeah, and Mamos win that.
Yeah.
But Vale, again, knocks it down. Verfeth, off a step, kicks it. Oh, trying to crash his way through. Oh, it goes over Knott's head. Trying to crash through there was Stack, I think. No, it's Hutchison. And what does he do? But he knocks it over the boundary line, and we're going to have a throw in.
Queenscliff and Newcombe at Queenscliff.
Yeah, Queenscliff win that.
Well, they're trailing by 5 at the moment.
Yeah, they still win it. Verfeth, round the body he goes, into the forward 50. Big fist. The Bell Park defenders just turning into a crap game of footy, this. As the ball goes Trent Richards up and under. Oh! Nearly had an early contender for the mark of the day from, that's Matthew Kent, Superman. And the ball comes out. Still just a real scrappy affair. Nothing doing there. I thought it may have been a free kick for in the back to this South Barwon boy. Vale in the middle of the pack just tries to rugby style push his way forward. Bouncing ball into the hands of O'Connor. He dishes off the handball to Not. Not tries to pick it up. Gets his kick smothered. Free kick this time for the sling tackle, I think.
Yeah, slung him down as he was kicking. One of those ones that was sort of in the action of kicking. Sometimes he gets slung down. Looks like a 52.
Yeah, well, Gowers just threw the ball on the ground. I was just going to say he was lucky to get away with it, but he didn't get away with it.
Last one in the BFL, Torquay and Mottawarri at Torquay.
That's always close. Believe it or not, they're always close, Torquay and Motta.
There's 1 point the difference at the moment.
Just to support me. Yeah, good pup. Not. Goes into the hot spot. Garth, 3 deep. Goes up, fisted away from him. Going to ground was McCaskill. Ball goes back to Garth. He's dispossessed. Woods, that's Mars trying to crash his way through. Oh, gee whiz. Might have got one in the back on that occasion was Lockie Patton. Umpire letting it go. Lever comes through. Crashes. Ball comes out to Richards. Goes back and gets it again, does Richards. Dishes off the handball. Comes out to Buchanan Hun. Or what do they call him? Just call him Buchanan, don't they? Oh, got hurt there. Verfeth. Dishes off to Richards. Oh, that was right in the chops. Play on, says the umpire. Wow-wee! Tyson Ruck was nearly decapitated.
Great tackle.
Yeah, ball comes out. And Ryan Dillon lays a tackle. Ball still in dispute on the outer side. Gee, he was unlucky there. Tyson Ruck should have got a free kick.
He was forced to do a bit of a backflip.
Yeah.
Fly that tackle. He was upended completely. And there was a mountain of work by both teams for the ball just to get to the win.
Up they go again. Vale flips it over his head into the hands of O'Connor's. Had plenty of it early. Comes back onto his teammate in Jared Love. Dishes off the handball. Not. Unloads towards goal for the first score. Is it? No, it's not. Marked on the line by Tommy Mars, who quickly gets it down to Woods. Who's skipper. Skipper comes out to Hogan. Hogan with the little left. Oh, surely that's not 15. Gets
Just
it
got
over to
there.
Tyson Ruck. That wasn't 15 up. So, Ruck, down the line he goes. Good kick. Kent is a target.
it's
Got
in
him
the back.
in the back or high against Alford. So, Clark Kent with the footy. Goes to half forward. Oh, good. Almost a good defensive mark from Alford. The ball in dispute. I reckon he got one for front on tackle there. That was Siddle who got the free kick, but then the kick was smothered from Blair. Out wide to Richards. Bouncing ball. Defender takes him on. And now he gets shoveled over the boundary line. Though he doesn't. Verford's still got the footy. Keeps it in play at ground level. Siddle's in there. So too is Jokic. Haven't called him yet. Joshua Jokic.
Tackle numbers have to be high, Wilbur.
Yeah, they sure are. 8-7, South Barwon leading.
Oh,
Beer in hand.
he's got the can in their hand.
How's this?
Yeah, can of Coke for reward for the fight, I think it might have been. So, having a take Riley Brown, the ruckman, goes into full forward, knocked down. Oh, just hacking it out of the air was Siddle. Ball comes to the top of the square. There's a massive chance here. Off the ground goes Kent.
No, it was tapped through, I believe.
Was it?
Bell Park.
Yeah.
Rushed behind. So that is the first score.
I mean, that could be a winning score the way this game's
That's
played at the moment.
So we've been going 11 minutes and it won behind to South Barwon.
Colac have got the early jump on Leopold. They're 3-1-19. Leopold get the score.
Wow. Danger game for Leopold down there.
Yes.
Colac need to win as well.
Absolutely.
To have top three chance.
Oh, Lynch does the kicking out. Comes out wide. Finds his mate there in Stevenson. Toddy, the calendar boy, according to the old Joshy boy here. Costello, long sleeves, goes to the hot spot. Oh, gee whiz. Paddy Bright, upended, goes to Knott, back to Paddy Bright, back to Garth, off a step, sees Jacko Bright at the top of the square, comes to, stripped of it. Wow, we was love. The ball, he's wrapped up in a tackle. I reckon that's Paddy Bright, and we'll have a ball up. 15 out.
Me, that was hard work for Bell Park. They had a loose man for about 5 minutes in the goal score. They just couldn't get the ball forward to him. Garth eventually got the kick forward, but Woods had got back just in time. We might never see a goal.
Yeah, and we might hear from the old Knuckles Conway at some stage as across the ground goes Costello.
Very good, Milky.
What was it about?
I actually got one of the larynx, so if I sound a bit hoarse,
I told you.
Right? So Wilbur might be doing some commentary because Barnes and I are both hung over to the max. And,
Buzz is on the way.
Yeah. Throw in. Garth does the work, knocks it down. Woods roves it, goes to the outer side. Bouncing ball. Is that Blair? Traps it. Gets it over to his teammate McCaskill. Just leaves the footy behind, though. And Patton sends it in to the hot spot, but getting back and taking a good defensive mark is Ethan Baker.
Ali Mars with the footy. Go Swans. Great win, Milky.
Yeah, it was a good win. Well, I said, 5 minutes, I reckon, to go when the scores were level, Buzz?
Got a bit tight and I flew the flag correctly, and I think that the 21 players took some inspiration from that. And then, geez, did you see me Ben Cunnington handball out here, the exit, the big 50-metre throw.
Well, that's what I just said. We picked it. We said you threw that.
Absolute shovel.
Yeah, big shovel. There's a whistle here as well.
Some kind of reverse going on here.
Looks like it's against Joel Edwards, so it's going Bell Park's way. Half forward to Chris Lynch. I think will be the recipient.
I'm not sure what was happening. There was no scuffle down near the ball, and I didn't see anything off the ball that came up.
So Chris Lynch from the paint of 50, just chipping ball. That's nice. Finds Bright. Just a little pocket of space. Angle is no better. Still tucked in on the boundary.
I don't like this. This is the first clear bit of play, and Buzz takes over. I've had the crap.
Mungs it! Absolute mung from Jacko Bright. And then
have a look at that!
Reece Woods unloads a 70-metre top, Milky. That's gone 70 metres.
Jaden Hunt's
He's never kicked the ball more than 30 metres in his life, Woods. He's unloaded a massive torpy.
Gee, that takes me back.
That's a roost and a half from Reece Woods, and the ball's now forward of centre wing. What a result.
A roost from the rooster.
That went about half as way as mine used to go. How half as far?
Jaden Hunt.
Yeah, Jaden Hunt inspiration there.
North Shore are leading Joey's 2-1-13 over 1-1-7.
Yeah, slow starters, Joey's. They've got to get out of that habit, or they're going to be made pay. Ball comes out. Harry Smith picks it up, tries to send. They're just not finding targets either side. They're just
Yeah.
get a possession that doesn't go to a teammate.
There's a lot of pressure on the ball, as we said, a lot of high tackle numbers, so they're just sort of hat kicking it forward, and it's not really working out for
so
any team.
Bell Park have only had 6 marks.
So Buzzer's come in for the big talk on the torpedo, and that's it. He's put the cue away. That's it.
Just getting myself together, Milky. Tossed in.
Any skin? Give me a look at the knuckles. Any skin missing?
No, I'm not. It's not my goat.
Looked like the mouth was moving pretty quickly, Buzz.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
The mouth was going. I'm not,
Take us inside.
not sure if you saw what happened, but it wasn't.
Well, I did notice you were laying on your back on the ground, and that's never a good spot to be when a blue starts.
They're a bit bigger than me, and maybe slightly stronger. Anyway, ball's 60 out. Pumped in by Bell Park. Again, not a great kick. Here's Tom Mars, just his 3rd game of G-Bell footy for the season. To Alistair, his brother, who exits half-back. That's a rebound, 50 Wilbur. Put it down. Little handball over the top. Gowers.
Good work.
Now Hogan
Cheers, Buzz.
has some space. Little kicking board, ordinary. Chopped off.
They had that clear space that we've been looking for, South Barwon, there, but they just couldn't find a target. None of the half-forwards move up hard enough to create an open option.
Oh, it's a
Weird looking kicking.
I know.
Yep.
Nice mitts there from Ned
Yeah.
Gowers. Plays
Well
on.
done. Goes forward. Bouncing ball into the path of Siddle. It's flipped away. Trying to pick it off there was Buchanan Hun. Ground level is the footy. They're wrestling for it. Good pick up there from Richards. Richards goes into the centre half forward. Clears the pack over the head of Fisher. Gets it back though. Goes towards goal. First goal surely. Misses.
Had a lot more time there,
He
Fisher.
did.
Snapped it on his left. He could have straightened up and kicked a drop front there.
Yep. So, on the Blood Toyota scoreboard, you may not believe it, we've been going 18 and a half minutes and it's 2 behinds to nothing.
Chipped over in the back pocket by Benstead. So both sides are struggling to find targets here. This is Reed.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, and that's a absolute mung, but it'll nearly work. Mark not cleanly taken by Todd Stevenson. And it'll be out of play. We're about 50 around, just outside 50 in fact, of South Barwon's goal.
All the conditions out there like Buzz. It looks a bit breezy. in the
Blustery,
trees.
but players with skill like myself can make it look just a tad easier than maybe what things seem. Ball comes to ground.
Good tackle from
And
Smith there.
Yeah.
It's a very
Really
good tackle on Ryan Dillon, not going anywhere, so it'll be tossed up. Ball has not moved. We're still 55 out from goal for the Swans. The only team to score so far in this game. 2 behinds, leads and nothing. Nearly 20 minutes played. Verfurth goes up in the ruck this time for South Barwon. Geez, plenty of bodies flying in. That's really well done by Knott. Wanted it more, then hacked it out of there with that left foot, and the fly mark taken. Really nice mark by O'Connor. Only one that flew for it in the end. The kicking board had to be good, and it wasn't. It was turned over. Edwards, Kent at the point of the square. Kicks
Got him.
inside 50.
Got him
Beautiful
too.
kick.
Yep.
Well measured and finds Blair just inside 50.
Back himself here.
He
Probably
does.
has the legs.
He'd back
big
himself.
kick.
He'd back himself from 80 metres out.
yes.
Like, I'm sure of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just quickly, Anglesey are leading Ammos 2 straight 12 to 1 straight 6.
Well done, pup. Keep it going.
South Barwon's first mark inside 50 as well.
There we go. That's why
That's
Wilbur
it.
Pate gets the
That's
big
it.
bucks.
That's
That's
it,
that
guys.
iPad magic and work there, Milky.
Yeah, I'm about ready to fall asleep. So just something's got to happen. In he comes. Blair. Oh, nice. He's got plenty of it.
Yeah.
I reckon he's got that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Here,
Lovely
come on,
kick.
umpire, stop hanging on. Yeah. Oh, what?
What? Touched?
Touch.
Where was it touched?
By who?
A monkey in the tree. Seriously?
I don't
Who the bloody hell touched that?
That wasn't the down the mark, was it?
It
I
had to be
reckon-
because it cleared the line comfortably.
There was no one on the line.
It
Anyway.
went over the
Maybe-
top of the post.
Maybe the goal umpire did the wrong signal and it just was a behind over the post.
God, that's
That's
That is
bizarre.
yeah.
That's strange. It spun perfectly. So
Yeah.
if it was a touch, it wasn't much
good
of one.
hit.
But
a third behind for South Barwon then. Bell Park yet to
I
score.
told you we might never see a goal in this one.
Lynch, kick out wide. Beautiful mark by Bright. Flying in a big pack of players. They're still and that kick is not
Liz.
great. Set O'Leary a hell of a task. Couldn't pick it up cleanly. They eventually escape. Benstead just hurried kick forward. Dillon was spoiled out of his hands. Patton handball over the top. Can they try and exit now? Mars couldn't pick it up cleanly. Ball still at ground level. Plenty of numbers round it. Have fun getting it out. Oh, it does come out. Verfurth just tries to slap it clear and then wins it back. Now Woods tumbles one forward. Mark not quite taken. Ball's just inside the paint of 50 for South Barwon and they might lock it in here. Richards tries to wriggle the way through. Can't. Good tackle by Benstead. And we'll have a ball up.
20 minutes about to tick over, boys, and we've got 3 behinds to nothing.
Yes.
70 out.
Exactly what we didn't want, Milky.
No,
I
that's
think.
exactly right. We wanted something to keep us on the edge of the seat and keep us awake. Ball slipped over by the South Barwon ruckman on that occasion. I missed who it was. Get out of the way, Paddy Bright. You're right in the line where the footy is. Ball comes just aerial ping pong. Gee, if your first game of footy you've ever seen and this is it, you'd be going, what sort of game is this? So Connor tries to get that out of defence, but the kick smothered, and guess what? Goes over the boundary. We've got a blood rule. Is that Kent coming off?
Oh, that's a good one.
Dylan.
Ryan Dillon.
That's Ryan
nose.
Dillon. He landed on the ground out here. Big spoil.
Might even be his mouth.
Yeah, he smacked his head on the ground. I saw it.
Running quite comfortably.
He took a
though, there.
very long time to get up.
Interesting one. Tyler Stack's been sitting behind the footy all game so far, but he's not really in the hole. He's sort of playing in space off the contest, trying to get him as a loose man of sorts. It's a bit interesting one to watch because he hasn't been used much with the footy.
AFL score's been put on the scoreboard, Milky. Did you see that?
Wow.
Just sticking by it.
Oh, yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
At the North Melbourne.
Is that your request, is it?
No, not at all.
You do run the show, they told me. I got a text message to that effect last night
It's only deal in facts, don't we?
from Wendy. Wendy said, the boys, make sure that you look after the boys. And I said, I'm the old bloke, they're going to look after me.
No, not quite. And there's a hierarchy around here, Milky, and I'm pretty near the top of the pyramid. Anyway, I had to be tossed in.
Well, let me tell you one thing, mate. You went at the top of the pyramid out the front there on that paint when they were trying to rip your little hair,
yeah.
the bun out.
Yeah, it did slip out actually as well. Someone gave it a little pull.
Seemed more like a peasant there. Buzz.
Oh, Wilbur!
peasant?
Wilbur's just had a crack.
That he's on the hierarchy.
Wilbur has just launched one at
Did he
us
just call me a peasant?
He did, yes.
You looked like you were a peasant. You're on the bottom there.
from the other end of the bench.
Strong.
Oh,
Peasant.
dear.
He
We
just
are,
called me a peasant.
Yes.
we are having a bit of fun because this game is as boring as batshit. The ball comes out the back to Bosley, I think that is. It's wrapped up in the tackle, and he's on the outer wing. Been travelling nearly 22 minutes. He can't get over it.
Just humanities. Just learn it.
Put that one in the highlights package for the ad.
The third estate. He's labelled me.
Yes.
O'Connor is
about
knocked
that.
up having kicks. He has
Oh.
the Bears certainly did his best in this quarter to liven the game up, O'Connor, but nothing doing as it tumbles over the boundary line again on the outer side.
In fairness, Milky, when there is any sign of breeze at this ground, it always seems just a bit worse on ground for whatever reason. It just creates a little bit of a just a wind bow on the ball, or more often than not, just
look at
hang
that.
out this side of the ground.
So the wind, I'm sure the wind dragged that throw in as Lynch sends Bell
whistle.
Park
Pushing the back.
Yeah.
Back
free
of the
kick to
contest.
Knott.
Running with the socks at 3/4 length this week. We've been trying to keep an eye on his socks. Not
He
throughout the year.
he occasionally goes a sock up, sock down too.
Yes. To go with his glove. Interesting sort of setup.
Yeah.
St Mary's 3-3-21, leading John West Giants 2-2-14.
Knott dishes off the handball. Just unloads down the line. Thought it was Lockie Patton, but it wasn't because there he is at the bottom of that pack. Down, all tumbling over each other to get this footy. Just 55 out from the Bell Park goal. Yet to score. It's been close. It was marked on the line by Mars at one stage. That's as close as they've got.
They're all over him in the clearances. Bell Park as well, 9-3. As they're winning the hit-outs 20-3.
Another one there too.
Yep.
Vale punched it clear. Not went without the footy. Sheringham
Sheringham.
did brilliantly. Spun out of trouble, got it clear. Garth couldn't pick it up. Ball still got level. Jacko Sheringham again. Tries to burrow in, as does Lever. Ali Mars in there too. All players happy to see it over.
And Mars and Sheringham just exchanging pleasantries.
Yeah.
Well, Garth and Verfeth. Whoa. So that might be just liven up with the blue. That might get us going.
Just in front of the police car out that side too. Just in case.
Ball didn't go out, excuse me. It was just inside the field of play, so it was thrown up. Now Lynch dumps a high ball. Two hands to it. Couldn't complete the mark. Bright spins out of the pack and pushes
First
it.
score.
But the first score for the Dragons, 3 behind. South Barwon plays Bell Park. Just the one.
On the Blood Toyota scoreboard, that is, Buzz.
That'd be it.
Cannot be
Yep.
far
Well
off
done,
having
Milky.
a goalless quarter here.
It'd be a rarity. I'm not sure there's been one this season.
Some danger signs at Central Reserve. Colac a 5-4-34, leading Leopold 1 behind.
Good contest from the kick out. Benstead and Gowers flew simultaneously. Kenton Vale.
Oh, he handed it to him.
He did.
Yeah.
Big shorts.
Now Sheringham on his wrong side for him. Smothered by Richards. They might be out here. The handball misses Taylor Buchanan, though, he's wrapped up in a real good tackle, threw it out. Nothing,
too.
according to the umpire. Hogan in a vice-like tackle and will be thrown up. Good pressure from Bell Park, not allowing the Swans an exit.
Just a couple of handballs there from Richards that lingered in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah.
Just those sort of
Just
5%
loopy.
chances to get out. Both teams are failing to take them at the moment.
You'll have to have a crack at Wendy, Buzz. She sent me the Hogan wearing number 69. In fact, he's wearing 29.
He wore that in the traditional Guernsey last week.
Verfith goes back, gets it. He was dispossessed the first time. The chain of handballs end up with Woods. Gives it over. Oh, gee, on the run there is Baker. Ethan gets back out, puts it out in front of Woods again. Can he get a kind bounce? He just flicks it across to his teammate. Fisher goes towards goal. It's a long bomb, and it's a minor score.
Not sure what Fisher was doing with that kick. There's nobody down there. Not sure it was a real shot on goal. It's sort of a bizarre option.
Yeah.
He had plays on the
No, they
lead.
should have just went for the goal. Or,
Yeah, it seemed
tried
to be
to
a
hit
bit of a
someone
nothing
up.
kick, that one.
The way this game's
A
going,
bit
it'll be
indecisive.
16 behinds to 4 behinds at the end of the game.
Wouldn't that be a spectacle?
I tell you what, I won't be here if that's the case.
Lynch to bring it in for the Dragons. Someone kick a goal, please. Kick out Garth.
Went
Rose
early, didn't
a
he?
bit too early, yeah. And mistimed his jump completely. O'Leary got his hands clear, but out of play, just inside or just on the penalty 50, excuse me, for South Barwon. Their forward pressure's been good. Had a lot of time in their forward half. 26 minutes have ticked over thanks to Blood Toyota.
Tyler stacks up here signing autographs. Have a look at this.
Tossed in, very high throwing too. Went a long way up.
He seems as bored as the rest of us.
Rack.
Do something, Tyler. Get the bloody game going.
Brown fumbled it. There's a whistle going Bell Park's way. O'Connor. Got a lot of footy, as Milky said.
Lots of clearances as well.
Recipient of the free kick. Chipping ball is neat enough. So, not a lot further afield either, just looking ahead. Really not much downfield for Bell Park, so just forced to hug the line. That ball's gone higher than it has longer. Lever floats in, double fists it away. And out of play.
Joey's a 4-2-26, leading North Shore 2-1-13.
Jeez, they got the 2-1-13 early, and then I don't think they've scored since then.
And St Albans a 3-2-20, leading Newtown and Chilwell 2 straight 12.
Imagine if they won.
Yep. Big Shorts goes up, knocks it down, and cop one high. The Bell Park player, I think. Who was it out there? The ball's come off by hand anyway. To Patton. Patton just kicks a little mung. Down to Knott. Knott bouncing ball. Goes goalward. Jacko Bright. Oh, he shepherds it through. We've got a goal.
Oh,
We've
he's
got
have a
we
goal.
have a goal.
Here we go. We might have to put that down as a contender because it might be
Adam
the last
Costello.
one we see.
Adam Costello kicks the first goal of the match at the 27.5-minute mark of the first quarter.
It's a good shepherd by
Whoa.
Jackson Bright.
The Mars brothers are getting stuck into Jared Garth. Bosley throwing his weight around.
Not advisable.
No, they wouldn't have thought so. He's built like you, Buzz.
Was a good shepherd on the line by
Which one?
Jacko Bright. Yeah, Milky.
It was Wilbur.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'll
Wilbur.
get that one
Nah,
through.
it's all
Cut
good.
in there, man.
No, Wilbur's just been sensible. Stop. Don't ruin it for us, Wilbur.
Just a third senior game for Adam Costello and a second senior
Oh,
goal. Now there's a centre square infringement going Bell Park's way. Harry Smith, just tumbles one forward, not great. It evades Bright. Hogan stripped of it, not being busy through half forward. Back to Bright, gets a nice bounce, wrapped up by Ruck and then dumped. Hogan there, ushers it over the line.
Now, see
thrown in.
the young water boy down here with the long hair in the forward pocket? I reckon that free kick was against him in the centre square for being in the 50. So it must be a South Barwon water boy.
Yep. Amateur hour. Woods.
Might have to just get out of here, I think. I wouldn't want to go and visit the coaches at
No.
one time.
Not great if that was against him.
I'm almost certain it was.
Got no reason to doubt you, Milky. You're never wrong, are you?
Well, I
Ball
thought
just
I was
inside
once, but I was
50.
mistaken.
There we go. There it is. Fed you into that.
Yeah, that's
The
it.
ball was dropped. I was just waiting for it. It just...
Yeah.
Anyways, a free hit going South Barwon's way. Reese Woods, fresh trim and all.
Yes.
Looks respectable for once. Reese often looks like he's just woken up and gotten out of bed, so it's good to see that he's got a nice fresh salad. Kick wasn't great though. That's it. Welcome to the young boys, Milky. Young terminology.
Hey, I didn't say it. That was Barnsey.
There's a
Don't throw me under the bus.
Free kick anyway. In the middle of the ground
Paddy.
going Bell Park's way. Paddy Bright, karaoke king of course. Goes very wide. Kick not great.
Well, one thing we saw, if there was a blue at the karaoke, there's no chance calling you in to help the way you performed out here. Seriously. What do you behave like, Wilbur? A peasant, you said?
Oh, just
a
the
peasant.
hierarchy. It's the peasants at the bottom.
Oh,
Buzz's
liked
vocal
it.
cords
I
could
loved it.
do well at a karaoke bar.
Oh,
Now Pup comes in, being sensible again.
Well done, Pup.
Piss off. Ball comes out of the pack. It's picked up by McCaskill. Dishes off the handball. Verfith, was it, that just lets the long bomb go down there? Oh, Hanson might have got one high there. But here's your man Stevenson bringing the ball out
Oh, yeah.
to Stack. Doesn't take the mark. Ooh, got a bit lucky there.
Yeah, I think he was impeded a little bit. It was tight.
Very minor. Tyson's against Ruck, that was. So we did ask Tyler Stack to lift a little bit, get this game happening. He sends the ball into the breeze, looking for Garth. Good fist away there by Brown. And, well, guess what? We'll have a throw-in.
Port Arlington trail Ocean Grove 117 to 3624.
That voice just almost sounds like it comes from the heavens, doesn't it?
It's very soothing
Yeah.
voice, reassuring.
Yeah.
Ball tapped down. Brown couldn't get his handball clear. Smith, hands were clean. O'Connor wrapped up in a three-way tackle.
He's going to
and
ping
then
him. He's going to
brought
ping
to
him.
ground.
Yep.
Had an arm pinned. It was a really good tackle.
Yeah, there
Two
was a good
players
tackle.
going at it.
He never had any opportunity to get rid of it, but this is good reward for the tackler, I suppose.
Going the way of Baker. Now, you can't pay that 50.
Oh.
You're not, that is not 50. That is not
Yeah.
O'Connor's responsibility to pick it up and give
Yes.
it back, Milky.
No, I agree with that one.
The player
was-
who is the recipient should just pick it up and you move on.
The only
Yeah.
explanation, maybe the umpire thought he was holding the ball when he was tackled, so he must have put it down at some stage. But
So you hear the whistle, you put the
Still-
ball on the ground, don't you? You think, okay, wait and see what happens.
yeah, I think that was very
Still
That was
probably
all-
the wrong call.
unnecessary
Yeah.
for the umpire,
So-
really.
Baker will kick from outside 50. The man on the mark is right on it. If there is a breeze, it's going slightly to this end, so he'll be kicking with it. Ethan Baker from 55.
Oh,
Gets
that
hold
is
of
a
it. Yes,
beauty.
good line.
Wow, baby!
Downtown, Ethan Baker. 55 and smacks
And
it on the siren.
Someone get Buzz a cold spoon.
Goal apiece.
Yep.
South Barwon 3-point leaders at quarter time, right on the buzzer. Thanks to Bendigo Bank, 1-4-10. The home side, Bell Park, 1-1-7 in what was a largely unforgettable first term.
31 and a half minutes that first quarter went, and I tell you, there was about, I reckon the 28 seconds was about the only bit that was in the game, and then I think, 3 more for the game. That's okay.
Few goal
Doesn't matter how
assists.
you get them. Just as Big Short's Vale goes up, knocks it down. Verfith tries to chip in and pick it up, but it goes past him. O'Leary kicks it forward, but good diving defensive mark. And that Woodsy, you don't recognise him with the clean cut sort of style. Luxford, first time I've called his name.
Yes.
On half back, comes towards the kicks commentary truck. Blair has it fisted away from him. Trying to crash his way through his O'Connor. Gives it to Bad Sheringham. Jacko into the centre of the ground he goes. Finds Elford on the run. Straight through the middle of the ground. Oh, and then
Gee whiz.
just kicks it. Crap kick down the middle.
Oh, no, it's going to work.
It's finished up. It's going to work. Buzz get a little bit excited. Mars tries to clear it out from defence. Oh, pitching is Hutchison. He's stripped of the footy straight away. Did I hear a whistle? I didn't. It must have been the netty. Comes over the top. Stevenson by hand. Over to Knott. Off a step. Bouncing ball. Goes towards goal and picked off
Unlucky.
by the waiting was that, I reckon it was Jacko, was it?
It was.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jacko Bright.
the lucky goal.
Very lucky goal. And it wasn't a pass from Knott. Does
No.
not handball, does not short pass.
Yes.
He sees the goals and he has a crack at them.
Even when he couldn't see the goals that time, he tried
Yeah,
to spun
that's
it.
right.
If I had a stat, he'd have a lot of kicks so far. They had I think they had 58 kicks in the first quarter as a team. So
Yeah, a lot of kicks forward. A crucial one there was Sheringham's kick into the middle. I'm not sure it was the intended target who it landed with, but
Yeah.
With
it
Alfred.
opened the
Yep.
game up and allowed them to get forward quickly.
It was a great kick. So 3-point leaders now, Bell Park. Nearly 2 minutes played in this second term. Geez, Big Short just burst his way out of the middle and bounces off the chest. Nearly
Your
worked.
superstar.
Bright nearly went with it and then lays a very strong tackle on Bosley,
Too
but
high,
a
they
little bit
reckon.
high.
Just a bit of Dangerfield-esque bursting out of the middle
It
there for
was.
Big Shorts, wasn't it?
yeah,
It's got
You'd be wanting to be say you're Sloan more so today.
it's a
was
shame they lost.
probably the only similarities
What
between
was the
those
shame
two.
about it? What was the
Handball
shame
over the
about
top.
it?
Nothing on it. Care
Mars
about them.
wriggles free in the famous 23. Kicks down the line. Baker forced to do the defensive work and gave a nice little one to the mush of Jet Herman.
Yeah, it's a name and a half, isn't it?
Like it.
Yeah.
He's on centre wing. Pavilion side. Just kicks as long as he can. Hasn't flushed it to a dangerous spot though. Garth, 2 hands to it. Couldn't complete the mark. Bodies flying everywhere. Lever somehow got it out. Not sure that was legal. thumped out of trouble. Not quite. And a little one over the back of the head for O'Connor, and that's surely 50.
Oh, and he...
Yep. Brown took the advantage, thinking it was a South Barwon free kick. Unsure how you could think that.
Yeah.
And it'll be a point-blank shot on goal to Kyle O'Connor, who started very nicely for the Dragons.
Yeah, had a good first quarter and had to sit under that one for a long time. That ball was very high in the air.
Very brave.
boys, something I just noticed there, Jacko Sheringham, just a couple of the boys started a bit of a push and a shove fest, and he just went in, said, get out of here. O'Connor, get down there and kick the goal. The rest is bloody get away from it all.
Good
Much
leadership.
like I was doing.
He's captain for the day. Sheringham.
Kyle
That's in
O'Connor.
the tree. That's stuck in the tree, Milky.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's come down. Sorry. Came down.
They keep talking about it. Be good. We can have a rest. So on the Corobo Health Group, that takes Bell Park. The goal kicker there was Kyle O'Connor. 3-1-19 lead. South Barwon 1-4-10.
The first 2 centre bounces of the game of this second quarter and 2 centre clearances to Bell Park. And
Had all the play so far.
yeah,
Good Wilbur. Peasant.
I get a funny feeling that that's never going to be forgotten, Wilbur. I just noticed the umpire supporting the brightest boots today there, pup. You're a bit slow on that. You're a bit slow on that, pup.
Well.
Yeah, you're a bit slow there. Trying to crash his way through is Hutchison. Jacko Sheringham dishes off the handball. Hutchison, did he get one in the back? No, says the umpire. Ball in dispute. He's circling. He's going to blow the whistle, and we'll go through it all again.
I reckon that one might have been about the 5th throw from Big Short today.
Yeah.
Shoveling a few away. Doing well to get away with him.
Ball still inside the centre square then. Brown, Vale, convincingly though in the ruck. Gowers was wrapped up in a tackle immediately. Ball flirts out
Oh,
the back.
short.
Oh, big
Oh,
shot!
look
But
at the
he's,
shot!
he's taken Paddy Dangerfield's skill and just inserted it into his own game. Bursts out of a stoppage again. Kicks it forward.
Unbelievable that he had that much time to pick it
I
up
know.
and get away.
Don't think anyone was expecting
Yeah.
that he'd be the one to break the lines. Gained some yardage though. The ball was only
He had
25
deep
around
inside
from
the
goal.
50.
And he hasn't moved from the spot.
He's nearly best on ground, just quietly.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
Ball comes down to the front of the pack. Bell Park players near it. Hutchison nudged over the footy from Edwards, who gets a kick forward, only as far as Herman. And they dump one inside 50 Bell Park. Tough one to right! That's a contender!
Paddy!
That's a contender. United Fuels mark of the day.
Yeah.
Paddy Bright, the karaoke king. A one-handed grab holding off his opponent. Wonderfully done from Paddy Bright. And he'll have a shot directly in front.
Maturing as a footballer, this boy.
He's been pretty good.
Yep. Apparently not maturing off the track, but
No.
he's maturing as a footballer.
He's karaoke.
Doesn't have the biggest brain in the world, Paddy. But can certainly play footy, and that's all that matters, really. Comes in, straight to the eye, diddle. Nicely done. Bell Park kicked their second of the term. 4 goals,
That'll be third, bud.
third. Yep, all over the shop. 4-1-25. They move on to South Barwon 1-4-10.
So just, I know it's nothing to do with this game, but have you bumped into Langy at all this week about the latte?
Tom, no,
latte.
I didn't catch him at uni this week, but probably for a reason. I think he might have been avoiding me.
That could explode, that one.
Yep.
Back in the cuts, up they go again. Vale, he is just controlling that centre circle. Trying to crash his way through his Baker. Can he get a bounce? He goes to ground. Ball's picked off, or tried to be picked off. I think that's Patton at the bottom of that. Was Costello. Comes out to Paddy Bright. Dishes off the handball to Hutchison. Round the body he goes. Lever goes back and takes a good defensive mark.
Scores a level of Barwon heads.
Just perfect the way he comes in, isn't it? He's, over the top he goes to Ryan Dillon.
Running man.
He's the running man.
Dillon goes
Oh,
straight up
geez,
the guts.
not
He's
the
coughed it up, though.
wow.
What?
He's coughed it up.
Oh,
He was going for Reece Woods, but just a crap kick. And Tyler Stack read it best.
Yeah, that was a.
you wanted him to lift Tyler Stack,
Yes, I
and
did want him to lift and do something.
might have an opportunity now.
He's no more than 30 out with a good breeze up his hooter. In he comes, doesn't use the advantage of the mark, and I reckon he's snuck it in.
Yeah.
He has snuck it in. Justin kicks the 4th goal of the quarter and Bell Park's 5th goal.
It's only 7 minutes into the quarter as well.
Yes.
5-1-31. They lead South Barwon 1-4-10.
Hard to imagine Dylan doing worse with the footy with that kick there. That was absolutely
Yeah.
horrible. You can't be turning the ball.
Is that him
over.
coming off right now?
Yep. Yes.
Yep, that's a result of that.
Might be getting an earful, I'd assume.
Yes, I think so.
Torquay
Gee.
Trail model worry by 40 points now.
Jeez.
Wow.
Wow, we.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, so, well, that is it.
We're all
That's-
stunned.
Well, I did say they're always close
Yeah.
for whatever reason, Motter and Torquay, but that's not even close.
South Barwon really needs some ascendancy through the middle of the ground. They're getting bullied in there at the moment, and Luxford nearly the man to do it. Finds Woods, but wrapped up in a strong, Bright tackle. Really nicely done. There's just no exit for the Swans at the moment. Jackson Bright looks up. Squaring
Got him.
ball is nice. And finds not. And he
Nah,
looks
he's
up.
going to have a shot. He's pretending he's going to pass
pretending.
it.
Yes, I was
No
about to say he was
chance.
faking
Oh,
it.
is he passing?
He is.
It's a half shot, half pass.
Yes.
Into the hot spot. Gowers couldn't complete the mark. Ball comes down to ground level. Gowers still with the footy for South Barwon. Ali Mars comes in and wrapped up, probably with the breeze.
He should have probably
Should have a
kicked
shot.
it.
Had a
Yeah.
crack. Yep.
Because the ball, as a result of that, is
Not
about
used-
25 around.
Not used to passing, so
No.
he just didn't kick it to anyone.
Garth ahead of Brown in the ruck. Gowers nudged off it by Bright. Gowers, though, picks up his own footy, then tries to dance through and
shoot, he's
just
got
got
lucky.
away from the tackle.
Good grab.
Really strong
Strong
mark by
mark.
Siddle. Probably last haircut might be his last. Oh, his next haircut might be his last, excuse me.
He's going backwards quickly, isn't he?
Yep. To Bosley. He's at half back, drives it down the line. Not a great kick through the hands of Bright. Now Kent's wrapped up in a strong tackle, got his hands clear, just munged forward. Lynch will be first on the scene with Richards, and they both see it over. Out of play, just forward to centre wing for South Barwon. They're 1-4-10. Bell Park 5-1-31. We've played 9 minutes in the second term.
Joey's are now 8-4-52, leading North Shore 2-1-13.
Might get ugly that game as the ball comes in. Brown gets a ride, punches it clear, but only as far as Patton, who just happy to see it. I just thought they may have thought there was a little bit of deliberate in that, but Patton lets it go over the boundary and will have a throw in. Had plenty of them. Go on.
St Mary's are now 5-7-37, leading Geelong West Giants 2-4-16.
Gee, over the top on that occasion is Joshua Jokic. And he should be playing tennis with a name like that, because the blokes we've got playing tennis are flogs. Every one of them. Can't stand any of them. And the ball kicked forward by Luxford. Luxford, up they go. Big fly there from Jake Reed.
Yeah,
Fisted
did
away
have
from
footy.
him.
Yep, free kick
But
to McCaskill there.
McCaskill, I thought he was just going to quickly play on. Go to Tyson Ruck. Won't get the journey into that breeze, I don't reckon. Dishes off the handball. Goes to Richards. Into the breeze.
Wow.
Ball's fisted away. Lynch just going to mop it up. That's another downfield by the looks.
Yep.
Frustrating for South Barwon. They had their numbers on that contest.
Yep.
They're both losing in good position to mark.
Do you know who the infringer was there, boys? Didn't see it?
Didn't quite
No,
catch it.
no,
Garth with the
didn't see
footy anyway. Finds it.
Oh, no.
No.
Gets a second chance, though.
Yeah, not on his correct line apparently. Now, if they're consistent, that should be 50 against Jay Lever because he didn't pick up the ball and give it back. That's exactly what happened in the first term.
Yeah, silly. That was one of the worst decisions.
This is how it should be done. So Garth, the back of centre wing, drives it long. Good mark. Richards going
really
back
good
with the
mark,
flight.
Richards.
Really nicely done.
Almost a contender, I reckon.
Looks up. Not a lot to go to. It just has Hogan in the back pocket. Stops and props, looking for options. Richards keeps running and he'll get the footy now on the run. Left foot driving ball, just a space more than anything. Sets Blair a task. He did well. He palmed it down to Baker, whose kick floats over the line and out in the full. So Bell Park, all the dominance so far in this second term.
Some good news for Torquay. They've just got their second scoring shot. They're now 39 points behind.
Tyler Stack was the recipient of the kick out in the full. He gets it to Benstead. Marks overhead. Just sorting out where his kick decides to go wide into the Bright direction. Or just and a poor attempt at the mark and surely a free kick.
And 50 again.
No, it's a free kick.
That's a free
to
kick.
Bright.
Surely that was against him. He
What?
just made a poor attempt at that mark.
The umpire
He
must
put
have
both
assumed that was
his
a
hands.
block, I assume. That's
He
the only,
put-
that's the only thoughts.
He put both his hands
Wow, they've mucked that up.
Yeah, that's a big mistake, that one.
over.
Crowd
Wow.
in the pavilion is not happy.
Well, no, that was a very, very ordinary decision. And then he's mucked it up and cost him 50. And might I, not that I'm umpire bashing, but it is the same umpire that paid the 50 for putting the ball at the feet of the offender earlier. So,
That umpire won't be getting any votes today.
Oh,
Paddy
my
Bright
goodness
has
me.
missed from 3 metres.
Wow.
Fans
Literally
are a
3
bit
metres.
happier now, I think, Pup.
Boy,
Wow.
what a let off. Maybe the karma bus came around. Rookie.
Yes, it might have. what you'd consider to be it was just a poor decision. Paddy Bright just made an attempt to fly for the mark, hands all over the South Barwon player, and somehow the South Barwon was seen to infringe.
Woods over the top to Bosley, who can just run and go. No man on the mark. Not a fantastic kick. Got up. He is a high flyer. He's at half back. Kick smothered. He telegraphed it a bit. Ball will fall in the path of Verfurth and O'Connor. And the latter is wrapped up in a strong tackle and will have a ball up on centre wing on the outer side.
Just where someone's car's broken down there on the other side.
Flashing lights.
Not what you want on a Sunday, Arvo?
No, not we don't want to. Thought there was an ambulance coming to get me. So the ball goes to the outside. Hands out. Trying to crash his way through on that occasion was Dylan, the running machine, as you guys like to call him. I'll find out why. And the ball's just in dispute. They're all actually 3 players sitting on their bums.
No real mystery to it, Milky. He's just a good runner. That's all it is.
That's it. Oh, so I thought it might have been that he done a runner from the pub or something like that. No,
there's no Sam Scott story underneath all that. Just he happens to be very aerobically fit.
So a boring one.
Yep. No.
Come up a bit on that.
Yep. Just for those who are wondering, Sam Scott, according to Milky, did a nude run.
Not according to me. It's a fact.
Just in his spare time, just because.
No, and tore his hamstring while he was
and
doing
did
it.
His hamstring.
Yeah,
that's right.
That was the worst part.
Correct.
Yeah, Otis was absolutely livid. Not so much about the nudie run, but the fact that he tore his hamstring while he was doing it.
Well, tossed up. Repeat stoppage here. The two ruckmen fly at each other and make no contact with the footy, either of them. He's dumped over the line as Gowers. We're throwing O'Connor, the man. He's been everywhere for the Dragons.
Yes.
Kyle O'Connor, been influential through midfield. So 5-2-32 are the Dragons, all them in this second term. South Barwon just 1-4-10. 14.5 gone then.
Just letting you know that run, that day of the running. What a throw-in is that?
Boy.
That's been banned by Leopold.
What has, sorry?
The sprint, the nudie sprint. It's been banned.
Shame.
Yes, I just said, nah, no more.
8 inside 50s for Bell Park to just the solitary 1 for South Barwon.
There we go.
Remembering
Nicely
that's the
done,
bloke who
Wilbur.
called you a peasant. As the ball goes up, Kent knocks it down. Patton tries to get away the handball. He does. O'Connor's in it again. Oh, was that a volleyball throw? Looked a bit that way.
Can't throw in volleyball, Milky.
It's a very good point.
Yeah, all right, I'll give up. I've had enough. You know, I'm feeling crook and you're picking on me. It's not going to happen.
I think they call it a set.
Yes.
Yep.
Or a spike.
Dig set
perhaps.
spike.
A dig, yes.
Yep, there you go. That's it.
Tossed up. Milky's throwing the toys out of the cot. Gowers swings around on his right foot, snaps it around the body, but floats out in the full. Did it? The free kick before that. So Bell Park's ball either way. Ball still on centre wing, and it's been stuck out there for a few minutes through the hands of Hogan. Lever was sweeping behind, got the hands clear. Now Gowers at half back, chips it up. Kent couldn't complete the mark. That ran again. O'Connor.
Good spoil O'Connor, giving away massive
Been
amount of
very
height
good.
there. Oh, Clark Kent, stretch and grab like you are, Superman.
Luxford coming back on. They'll be hoping for a lift from him. He has been rarely sighted.
Yeah.
First quarter and a half.
Called him about twice, I reckon,
Yeah.
for the quarter. Up he goes, the old Joshua Jokic. Oh, bit of a spin there. Really good spin from Ryan Dillon. Apparently he's very athletic. He's can run, apparently. He sees Woods. Just a poor kick. Can he get a good bounce? No, he can't. Tipped over by Jackson Bright. Bouncing ball. Verfurth picks it off. Tackled. Dishes off the handball. Finishes up with O'Leary. He's going down the centre corridor. He puts it out in front of Garth. Good use of the body on Lever. No free kick, says the umpire.
Ooh.
Big Garth, he takes a bit of a dive there, I think.
Takes a bit to do.
Yes. A good mark on this occasion to Dillon. Goes on with it. Gives it to
Milky,
Woods. Gets
the running man.
Running man.
Gets the 1-2. Looking
can't
for
kick, though.
Richards, but almost a good mark to Jake Reed. Ball's fisted away from him at ground level. Umpire circling says, give it to me. We will have a ball up. Out of side.
3 poor kicks in a row from the running man. Isn't taking well to the nickname. It's sort of letting him down at the moment.
1-4-10 plays 5-2-32 on the Corio Bay Health Group scoreboard.
That's it. Not one for the grandkids at the moment. Siddle ripped off it. No free kick and couldn't get his handball clear. Has Dillon in support who gets a knee to it. No free kick though. Smith spins out of trouble and a high ball towards the wing through the hands of Woods. He goes after it again. The ball will spend an awful lot of time out of bounds on that outer side in this term. As I correctly pointed out to you, Milky, the ball, when there is wind, it just does drag
Sort of
out that
vacuums
side
over
for whatever
there,
reason. It does. So tossed in right in the heart of centre wing, we'll call it. No advantage to either side, and that's it. Not great.
Struggling into the wind, probably.
Yeah, it is a tough gig to throw it over your head into the breeze, though.
Come in a little bit, son.
That's it. He's got the idea now.
In you come.
That's it. So tossed in now. Kenton Jokic in the ruck. Just down towards Riley Brown. Through the middle of the ground. Benstead has front position, the 212s against Blair. Gets his handball clear. Patton spins out of trouble. Did really well. And now not. He's handballed.
Oi!
Believe it.
Oi! Get that one.
Mark
Hope the
that
cameraman
down.
got that.
O'Connor, little chipping ball. Weird looking thing. Hutchison gets it inside the field of play. Well done. Can they wriggle clear? They do. Beautiful step. And the kick right to the hot spot will fall short. And Siddle floating back and takes the mark as he switches play.
Gets it across to the skipper in Woods. Deep in the pocket. That's why I've got the call. Goes back to Siddle. It's in half back. Play on's a call from the umpire.
Oh, Toppy!
On the top. Front spot. No front spot. I thought he had the front spot there. A jet. But the ball goes out wide. I reckon that was Blair, wasn't it? Puts it out in front of Fisher. Fisher on the right boot. Tries to put it in front of Hanson. Can he get a kind bounce? Or just they both overrun it. Hanson goes back. Dishes off the handball. They're competing for it. Buchanan, Hunt and Richards. Dishes off the handball. Goes back to the big fella. He pops it up. Oh, and a good tackle. But no, it's too late because he'd already paid the free kick.
Gee whiz, they stuffed one up there.
There's a real hash of things from the Swans there.
Yeah.
Fisher did well to keep things alive, but then it was really mucked up. So Smith drives it out wide. All the dominance so far in this quarter, Bell Park. Ball on that wing again, on the outer side. Spent so much time down there. Just driven forward.
Good kick.
Through half forward.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Really good
leg.
kick.
Finds Bright. In a rich vein of form he is. 55 out, wheels and goes. Pops it into some space. And Garth sucks the air out of the Sharon. That was some nice hands against Lever, who's no schmuck in the air. But this will be a tough kick. The toughest as they come for a left footer.
They finally got some uncontested ball just then. Bell Park, 5 uncontested marks in that passage of play, and now a shot from Garth.
This will be the United Fields goal of the day. You can mark it down. If he does kick it, Jared Garth. The little poker!
Yep.
And he's done it!
Hang on. Hold on.
No, the umpires are conferring. This
There you
could
go,
be
for screen.
the United
Do the
Fields
box.
goal
Draw
of
the
the
box.
day.
Go on, there.
Score review.
Yeah.
This
Draw the box.
this could be the United Fields goal of the day. It was a little poker from Jared Garth. I'm not sure what they're arguing about, Milky.
South Island player was pointing at the post.
So
looked like a
they
goal,
reckon it's
but-
brushed the post, and they concur the umpires. Does he signal post?
Jeez.
No, he's just signaling behind.
That's cost Garthy a tank of fuel, that one.
Absolutely.
So coming out of the back line, it's Verfith. Good finger tipper there. Just gets handball to Mars. Mars puts it out in front of Hanson. Hanson will dish off the handball. No, he won't, because Benstead shoves him over the boundary line. And we will have a throw in again.
I've got scores for Grovedale Lara. Not as convincing as I expect from the Tigers, but Grovedale 7-5-47 leading Lara 2-3-15.
Well done, the
Good work,
Cats.
Pup.
And Joey's are running away with it 11-6-72 over North Shore 2-3-15.
Wow.
Oh, he's thrown
He
that
just
again.
threw it.
He threw it again.
Threw it. He had his back to the
That was
umpire and he
blatant.
just chucked it, the big shorts, to Jacko Sheringham, who sends Bell Park into attack again. And Alistair Mars couldn't keep the ball in
I
play.
think
We'll have a throw in.
it was a free kick.
Yeah, but his free kick was to Big Shorts.
Yeah. Oh.
The free kick was for a ruck infringement, and it went to Big Shorts, who just threw it
Oh.
to Jacko. Oh, dear.
Didn't see it. Just saw a free kick.
Don't throw stones at glass houses, Wilbur. Too early. Ball comes in, ground level. Dylan had an arm pin. Look at that. They're trying to reach it out of its socket. And they paid it holding the footy.
Yep.
Yep.
Bit unlucky.
Big
There
Shorts.
was no real way you get rid of it. It was a
Yeah.
wonderful tackle.
Free kicks to Big Shorts.
It's going Patton, isn't it?
Oh, is it? I just saw the Big Shorts stand up. I thought, hello, he wants the free kick.
Patton, last time
Lucky.
we called the Dragons kick the United Fields goal of the day. From the boundary, he's 55 out, and I reckon he fancies himself here too. Lockie Patton gives it everything, not a great kick. And no one else flew for the footy. Unbelievable. That was nearly an uncontested
It was
mark to O'Connor.
uncontested.
He just
He was the
He's
only
not a big
Strange.
man.
He was the only one that
And-
went for it. He
Yep.
ran from a long way back, and
And
the seas parted for him.
Jared Garth giving a nice tongue lashing to Andrew Bosley too on the goal line. So Connor comes in point blank. Can't miss that. Nicely done.
Got 2.
And he's been borderline their best player.
Yep.
Best player on the
Yep.
ground, Kyle O'Connor. He's kicked 2. Belpark kicked 6. 6-3, 39 they are. South Barwon, 1-4-10. That's thanks to the Caribe Health Group.
23 minutes just ticking over, boys.
Yeah, none of the
South Barwon have not scored.
None of the South Barwon players were just talking then, and just an uncontested mark
Yes.
by O'Connor.
Yeah, no chat in the back line there. They just
Nah.
sort of stood aside for him a little bit.
Probably thought one of the other was going to go up for the mark, and they didn't.
Vale wins it again, knocks it down. Stevenson hacks it out of the air, does Bad Sheringham. Almost a mark on this occasion to O'Connor again. Oh, at ground level, did he get one high? Yes, the umpire said he did. That's the long sleeve. Bell Park, is that Costello?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Little wee man.
Yes, little Costello gets the free kick. He's already got one, and he's going to be kicking from... Well, he's going to be kicking from just inside the 50. Trying to see the paint on the TV screen, but I can't. But I'm just guessing, that he'll kick from just inside with the aid of a good breeze. You think distance won't be an issue?
No.
In he comes, Adam Costello, or Abbott and Costello. In he comes. Oh, a bit of a wobbler, bit of a wobbler.
Hits the post.
Yes.
Minor score. So on the Caribe Health Group scoreboard, that's 6-5, or have they already got it up? 6-2, that was quick. 6-4-40 to 1-4-10.
Woods hooks it in to the outrider in Bosley in the back pocket. Looks inboard. Finds Buchanan Hunt. Still inside their defensive half then, South Barwon. Have done a great term. Kicks towards the line, too easy for Benstead. We know how good he is in the air. Kick was smothered by Blair though, and Hogan tries to control it. Gowers was dumped as he kicked. The ball goes very high. Here comes Hanson. And Richards come together. Ball comes out the back, or does it? Can Brown get a foot to it for South Barwon? He can't. Benstead lurking again, got his hands clear. They were elite hands from Benstead.
Oh, yeah.
And then Patton tumbles one forward.
look out.
This is dangerous.
Look out.
Will it go
Look
through?
out.
I reckon it's gone through. No,
No,
on the
Firth-
line.
Firth-
Firth just
Just got there.
getting there on the nick of time.
Rush down to that one. Worth just give it a tap. Well, 25 gone in this second quarter as a kick out. Comes out to Lever, who goes the old 1-2, gives it back to Woods. Goes very, very wide. Almost a good mark over the top.
Close.
But nothing doing as it comes back to Tyler Stack, who just unloads, sends Bell Park into attack.
Oh, dude.
He couldn't let it go on purpose. I reckon he's goaled that.
Yep.
He certainly has, Tyler Stack. That's his second, by the way, guys. I did tell him to lift, and that's what
He's
happens.
listened.
That's it. So 7-5-47 on the Caribe Health Group scoreboard. That's Bell Park. They lead South Barwon 1-4-10.
The breeze is still favouring Colac. They've got this quarter 2-2 to Leopold, just 1 goal.
Gee whiz. Playing for keeps, the Tigers.
Yes.
Inside 50s, 17. Bell Park this quarter to South Barwon, just a 3.
Wow, that's damning. Nice article in the paper midweek too from Kane Learson. Not sure if he caught that, Milky, but it was a nicely written piece.
No, had
Ball inside
don't have
50.
time for newspapers during the week.
Okay.
Only
Bosley
Barnsley's articles.
goes without it. No, it wasn't written by Barnesy. It was written by Learson and was made some nice points. Lever anyway for South Barwon to Hogan. Oh boy, that's there's a pitch in play. It did.
Yes.
So in the end, it worked. Still, it was
Stayed in.
Hogan's been on
floating
the
out of play.
Hogan's been on the Knuckles Conway diet, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
very-
look at
he's-
him.
yes. Like
Yes.
we already discussed it. He's very, very skinny.
He's very skinny.
Wow.
So's Knuckles Conway.
Oh, well, wear long sleeves for a reason. Stevenson bursts out of the pack with a flying left foot shot, but always a bit narrow. For a minor score. 7-5-48 Bell Park.
So do you
thanks
get
to
angry like
Clyde
that
Health
when you
Group.
go out socially buzzed? Do you just get fired up like that? No.
Look, I'm a very benign person, you know that.
I've got a very interesting story about a nephew of mine getting belted up at home house last Saturday night.
Oh dear.
Jeez.
Yeah, HH action.
Yes. Ball comes out from full back.
so obscure,
top.
Milky.
It is,
Random as-
I know, it's just ridiculous. It's a stupid story. So the ball comes out. The bad Sheringham just judged it best. Takes a mark on centre wing. He goes to centre half forward. Oh, good mark. Picked off here on this occasion. That's old Neddy Gowers. Goes wide. Doesn't hit a target, though, unfortunately, for Ned. Jake Reed leads in the race.
Beautiful hit.
Off. Well, who is that at the bottom of that? Getting up very slowly.
Pascal was the one who got flattened.
Yeah. And we have a Bell Park player down now. Ball's picked off out wide. I reckon that was Harry Smith, who squared it up. The ball come back, picked off here again by Buchanan Hun. He's just set upon each other here at half forward. Who was the hitter there, boys? Who laid the bump?
Might have been...
very, very good bump. Very slow to get up was McCaskill, wasn't it?
Yep.
Ball, Patton leads in the race, taps it forward. South Barwon defenders all just finish up.
Here.
There's a running man. It's Verfeth who gives it over to his
Bosley.
Probably not in a great
what
position.
a tackle.
Who then just puts Kent under
magnificent
massive
tackle.
pressure.
No, he's paid it high, the umpire. There.
Very lucky there.
I tell you
That
what.
was
Well
very
done,
lucky.
Big Zane Vale.
Incorrect decision, I think. Another one there by the umpire.
I'm not going to say anything.
Crunching tackle. Ball's at centre half back for South Barwon. Chipping ball towards Woods. 2-on-1. Kick falls short. Not great. Patton. Another entry inside 50. Lever held firm.
Yes, he did. Done well.
He's had a really
It's been
nice year,
good.
Jay Lever. He was in Barnes' top 20, I saw, which takes him doing. South Barwon marooned in 9th spot, and conceding some goals. So that's a word, Milky. Word
I
of the
know.
day.
Marooned. It was
He's had a good season. He's taken some scalps with him, Jay Lever, and he finds another consistent performer in Reece Woods at half back. Nearly half an hour played, second term.
no score from South
Thanks to
Barwon.
Grubber Health Group, no score. As Milky says, Reed,
work.
nice hands. Friendly
Free to South here for push of sorts. I'm not sure who was pushed.
Didn't see anything untoward there, but
Wow.
going to Gowers, who's battled hard off half back, has been the worst for the Swans. Kicked half
Good
forward,
hands,
had some
sticky
nice hands from Darcy Hanson.
Got to get it in quick.
Spent the
here,
last fortnight in the Fifi Islands and looking nice and brown. Kick inside 50, over the head, Fisher. Tight
Here's a
angle,
chance.
looks to
Oh.
square it. Not a great kick. Was towards Luxford, who just labours after the footy. Stevenson. There's a man down. Blair, no whistle though. They exit now, Bell Park. Look at that, bit easy in the
Their
end.
best chance.
Yeah.
They stream out of half back. Alford through the middle of McDonald's reserve. Garth, 1, 2, 3. Couldn't quite. Ball still in possession of the Dragons. Wriggling clear. Long, deep ball to be downfield. Not sure that was there.
No, me neither.
Yes.
Jokic was tapped by Bosley as he kicked. I thought it was as he kicked
Yeah.
it, not afterwards, but the decision has been made, and 52. Reece was remonstrated, and 50, so an elementary kick will be made even more elementary as Patton will stroll in and
Oh,
dribble
he's
one.
hit the umpire.
Oh, yeah.
Dribble one towards
Bit a bit
the
rude.
umpires.
Yeah.
Maybe getting one back for Garth there.
Yeah, something that gets a little bit unnoticed, but the freeze for Bell Park is at 11 this quarter.
11 free kicks.
11 free kicks for Bell Park this quarter,
Wow.
and 6 for South Barwon.
It just feels the umpires do a good job. We don't want you to say anything, Milky, but it feels like they're trying to be involved in the game at the moment. And
Yeah.
things that aren't entirely there.
Tyler Stack thinks he's done enough. He's kicked his couple of goals. You reckon that's enough? Up signing autographs again. Big shorts. Vale grabs it out of the ruck.
Putting on a clinic.
Big up and under kick. Verfeth gets a fist into it. Knocks it wide. Ball comes back. Chain of handballs here from South Barwon. Have they got a chance? What have we done? 31 and a half minutes. Oh, Alford takes a really good mark
Really good.
in defence. It's in half back. Outmarks Hanson. Alford kicks backwards. Finds his teammate there in Jet Herman. I'm not even going to call him Herman anymore. It's just Jet. The Jet. I'm not sure what that was. From
Yep. The
Fisher, I think.
Fisher's just gone at the poor Jet for no reason.
Just because it's
Siren's
so
already
rain.
gone, and he's still gone at him. Half time
Probably
here in that quarter,
signs
South
of
Barwon
frustration.
didn't score, and Bell Park have kicked 7 goals 5. Wow, so 1-4-10 plays 8-6-54. We'll come back with around the grounds, the stats from our great stats man, the peasant.
That was Buzz.
No, Wilbur. Yeah, Buzzy's the peasant. We'll just let him go along with that. Take a break. We'll go around, come back. We have got an interview at half time
the Canuck.
with the knucklehead. So we're looking
Tom
forward to that.
Marsden's got the jacket on.
Kicks FM
Hope that's
89.3.
not a recurrence of his hamstring woes.
Oh, really? That's not good. And we'll come back. We'll try and get an update on that injury as well. Kicks FM 89.3 is country and is football.
For Blood Toyota and Corio Bay Health Group, you're listening to the GFL Game of the Week on 89.3 Kicks Footy.
Visiting Buckley's just got a whole lot more rewarding. Visiting Buckley's just got a whole lot more rewarding. Now you can earn points for everything you do at Buckley's. Plus, enjoy all the added benefits of being a member. Use your points towards purchases, take advantage of member discounts and giveaways, catch the members' courtesy bus, and enjoy huge promotions all year round. Sign up now at Buckley's, Falmongers Road, Breakwater. If you love Buckley's, then become a Buckley's member today.
Welcome back to McDonald Reserve. The ball comes out of the centre square. Jackson Bright was held. We'll get a free... No, Paddy Bright was held off the ball. He'll get a free kick. At centre half forward. Trying to look to go wide. Goes to Tyler Stack. Just marks it at his bootlaces. He's got Costello on his own in the forward arc. And just a bit of poor manning up there by the South Barwon defence. I can see Knuckles Conway just shaking his head.
Big breakdown there. You leave a big hole.
Bit slack.
20
Very
metres out
slack.
from goal.
In between two defenders.
Uncontested as well.
Concerning that's happened in the first sort of minute after the half time, and you would have thought they would have been given a decent rev up after that quarter.
You would have thought so. No scoring in that first quarter when might need some refreshments. In he comes Costello towards goal. I reckon that is through, and he has his second. So we'll while we've got a break, we might go around the grounds, pup.
This is becoming a flogging. 50 points now.
50 points. He's forgotten where he's put his phone, so we'll just go at the...
Got it. St Mary's 9-9-63 lead Long West Giants 2-6-18.
Similar to here.
St Mary's ended up kicking 6-5 in that second quarter.
There we go.
Similar scoreline to here.
Grovedale 13-9-87, well in front of Lara 2-5-17.
As you'd expect.
The Breeze is still in favour of Colac. They're 8-10-58, leading Leopold 2-4-16.
Jeez. Wow.
Joey's and North Shore. Joey's are 12-6-78, well clear of North Shore 2-3-15. A little bit disappointed in that one. And St Albans 6-6-42, leading Newtown and Chilwell 4-3.
Wow, we.
That's a turn up.
That is.
As not tumbles one forward for Belfast.
Oh!
Nearly a high-fly mark as Mars exits the defence. Over the head of Benstead and Richards. Blair burst through but went without the footy. Back to Benstead. Weird looking thing, but it manages to work to Jacko Sheringham. He gets an inside 50. Garth v. Lever. Lever just did enough. High tackle, I reckon. No, says the umpire.
Pinged him.
No on the footy. In the end, Paddy Bright it was. Doesn't matter if hit him in the head because there isn't much inside. Lever.
Good kick.
Great kick.
Very good kick.
To Baker. Now Hogan takes a liberty of a bounce. Has Gowers in support behind him. Finds him by hand and then drives inside 50. Fisher just fought to do the spoiling work. Brought it to ground. Reed looked to the line. But the umpire doesn't signal anything.
It was a long way away.
Long way away, wasn't he? Yes. Could have easily been paid deliberate there. Oh, hello, Barnes cracked it.
Yep.
Spinning ball over the top, Big Shorts. Big Shorts gets it, knocks it to ground, and we'll have a ball up. These two idiots have just gone for the party pies and just forget about me. And Wilbur's gone too!
I'm still here, Milky, just in that second quarter.
Can't let
Joey's
it go cold.
kicked 8-4 in that second quarter. North Shore kicked nothing in the second quarter.
Oh, fantastic. Good on you, pup. If it wasn't for you and me, mate, the truck wouldn't even be here for a start.
Have they scored since they were 2-3, North Shore?
No.
Look out there, Milky, just...
Yeah, sorry I'm on the way, boys. It's going toward goal. Very, very good kick. I reckon it's Dylan. No, Baker. Ethan Baker. Yes, I understood Ethan Baker with a gobful of sausage roll. Unbelievable, Buzz. Oh, this is a circus. Let me out of here. So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, no, it's Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard. I'm sorry. 2 goals, 416 South Barwon. 9 goals, 660 Bell Park. Very nice goal there to Ethan Baker.
Yes, lovely finish. That's 2 from almost the same spot for him. Outside 50, launching him.
Have a look at the stack in front of you. Fair dinkum.
Not super pleased about the crumbs on my worksheet, but I'll live with it.
Back at them in the
Barwon
worksheet.
heads 7-3-45, leading Drysdale 5-5-35.
Bit tighter than you'd expect that one.
Yes.
Barwon heads as Hogan dumped off the footy. Got a bit of pastry in my throat. There's the ball. Send them
It's a joke. This is a joke. I don't know why I come.
partially inhaled 2 of those sausage rolls. I don't think they touched my teeth. I think it went straight down the trap. Up in the middle, Brown and Vale doing the ruck work. I'll let you have a feed, Milky. Patton tumbles one forward. Oh, look at those hands. Superb. Really nicely done in front of Mars O'Connor from 52 to the hot spot. Garth, there's a hold and going the way of Paddy Bright or Jared Garth. Paddy Bright it is. Will be the recipient. Held on to in the marking contest. Hell of a shot in goal right in front to get the quick reply for the Dragons. Karaoke King, of course, involved in a minor scuffle at a Chinese karaoke bar just a few short weeks ago. Comes in and kicks the goal. Paddy Bright,
Got his
been
second.
good. That's his second.
Yep.
His he quizzed me soon after, Milky, and said his parents were listening into the call when I first mentioned it, and they said, Paddy, what happened? Hadn't told them that he was involved. So busted.
Took on about 4 of them, didn't he? Just took on about 4 of those other thugs and just streeted the place.
Yep. And as I say, they could hit him as hard as they liked, and just does nothing to him.
Port Arlington 4-5-29,
He's still there.
trailing
He's
Ocean
still
Grove
there. Scared the crap out of
10-9-69.
me. Brown goes up early, wins a rare knockout, knocks it down. Benstead, kick smothered, goes back. Patton off the left, pumps it wide. That man Paddy Bright tries to take the old one Duker again. Costello at ground level. He's dispossessed. Not Costello, I'm sorry, Jared Love. The ball comes out wide. Good running there from the McCaskill for South Barwon. Good fist over the top. Ball's in the centre of the ground. Not enough from this fella, and that is Luxford, is it not?
Yes.
Needs to lift. And you blokes were telling me all about him, how good he is. Well, I haven't seen much of it today.
Yep.
Ammo's 11-6-72, leading Anglesea 5-2-32.
One
That turned
convincingly. Ruck, though, at the back of the pack. That's Tyson. Just fisted away, though, towards Gowers, who's worked hard. Here is Luxford. Gets it on the boot. Just some open space. Now Fisher. Oh, I'm not sure what that was. It was a back fist to Gowers. Worked. Fisher by hand. Found a way through. And then Luxford a little over the head. Worked nicely done. And then Verfurth runs inside 50. Fades late off his left foot. Through for a behind.
I think there was about 3 throws in a row to get that one clear for South Wales. But whatever you can do to keep it moving these days.
That's
A lot
it.
of it goes on, and get away with it at the main level, the top level, the throw. They've got to stop it, I reckon. One thing they want to do with the footy, they want to clean it up, just make sure people dispose of the ball properly.
They're hard to pick up, to be fair, though, Milky, because the problem is if the umpire calls one and they did get a fist to it, then there's all sorts of...
I'm not worried with that. I'd actually be happy with that.
Would
Because
you?
there's too many of them. They just throw the damn thing. And they know that. And the more they let them get away with it, the more they do it.
Queenscliff
he's
12-13-85,
still in.
leading Newcombe 4-3-27.
Free kick. Is that Reece Woods out wide? Brings the ball. Gets the old 1-2. As Barnesy has a gobful. Oh! Late spoil.
how's
Late
that a free
spoil on
kick?
Richards. And whether they chopped his arm,
Yeah, he
Pat.
called that an arm chop,
Yeah.
but he clearly punched the ball.
Yep.
I don't know. He had control of it almost, which you could almost pay the mark to him.
And Torquay
sure about it.
6-7-43, trailing Motowari 7-5-47. That one's tightened up a lot in that second quarter.
Someone coming in or not?
I think
It's a ghost.
In comes Richards. Oh, you sound like a ghost behind us. Richards. Good goal. That's his first and South Barwon's third. 3 goals. Well, I've got 3 goals, 6.
Or 5.
38 free
I've got
kicks,
6.
for and against for the game.
38.
Free kicks for and against combined with both teams.
What's the breakdown? Who's got the most?
Bell Park,
Yeah.
23 free kicks to South Barwon's 15.
Gee whiz.
It's a lot of free kicks.
On the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard, that takes South Barwon a 3-5-23 to Bell Park 10-6-66.
What's that noise I can hear, Milky? It might be a pulse. Brown and Vale in the ruck.
That was
Baker brought to ground.
I'm thinking,
It'll
I'm
be
looking
thrown
at
up.
this. Where's the noise? Where is it? Oh, give me a spell.
So, wet sail might have been erected. Oh, easy. This doesn't help, though. O'Connor streams out of the stoppage. Sheringham attacks it with venom. Gets his hands clear. There should be a gimme. Oh, and the fender. A stiff arm. And the left foot snap. Gets done. Real good.
Goal. O'Connor
And it's
again.
that man O'Connor again.
The stiff arm.
Superbly done.
It's a United Fuels contender.
That is a big
Yeah.
contender.
Absolute big contender, that one.
Kyle O'Connor.
Good respond as well from Bell Park's. Quick centre clearance and
Just
great
took
goal
it
by
off.
O'Connor. The stiff arm.
Oh, I love it when you see blokes like, that are a bit like Bosley throwing their weight around.
I think he'd have you covered, Milky.
Oh, cut it out. He falls over, I lay on him. That's end to him.
That's terrible.
He probably wouldn't get up. Skinny little bugger. Back in the guts.
Not that skinny, Milky. I'm not sure what you're heading with that.
He's skinny as the ball comes out of the middle. Ooh. No, I thought he perhaps could have got a free kick
Sling
there,
tackle,
McCaskill.
yeah.
The sling tackle. But nothing doing. Umpire says we'll just ball it up here in the middle. Again. Up they go. Brown gets a hand to it. Knocks it down. Kicked off the ground. Ooh. Is that a high tackle? Nothing. Doing it again. Dylan was at the bottom of that. This time he pays him the free kick. I thought, yeah, it is Dylan who gets the free kick. Dishes off the handball. Goes to his teammate there, and Ethan Baker. Down the middle he goes to Brown. Dishes off. Goes to Ruck. Ruck to centre half forward. Hanson up he goes. Over the top of the pack. Is there a runner at the back? Yeah, there is, but he's from Bell Park. Tyler Stack it is. In the back pocket. Switches play to the outer side. Have a look at the end of it.
Wow.
O'Connor has a bounce.
He might be knocked. Sorry, Milky. I think
Yeah.
Jared Garth knocked him out. And he's driven. That centre wicket area is as hard as anything. And Jared Garth put him
Baker down, isn't it?
put him
Yeah.
head first into it after he kicked it. It wasn't entirely deliberate, but
You shoved
it
him
was a
just
bit
after.
late, and his head went straight into that wicket block, which
They've had to stop play.
yeah, not sure if he was knocked out, but I think it was definitely cut open because they're holding a towel over his head, and he's a little bit wobbly too.
Yeah, the old legs just wobbled there, didn't they? She got up.
There was minimal response from the South Barwon
Yeah.
players, so that often suggests that it wasn't too untoward. Trim Richards, though, doesn't stop him. I think he's probably advised to just get away from Big Jared, get out of his weight division.
Yeah.
So in amongst all that, Bell Park have the footy.
Yeah.
Makes sense of that. The ball all the way down the opposite end of the ground as they wait for Baker to exit. He's got a red head, doesn't he?
Yep.
Look at that.
Bell Park have had 5 inside 50s and they've kicked the 3 goals this quarter, so they've been very good with their ball use and effective inside 50.
The way he jogged off, I reckon they'll tape him up and he'll come out looking like a mummy with the old big tape all over the head. Almost. Garth takes the mark, but on the outer side, slips out of his fingers and goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in. As far away from us as we can get. As the seagulls go for the remainder of the food. And mics go off. We even got some toothpicks. Did you notice that? Over the top was Bosley. Paul Verfur's having a bit of a swing with his opponent out there. Ball goes out to Costello, who takes the mark. 60 out, little chip kick. He goes, have a guess who it is. It's O'Connor. Kyle O'Connor puts it out in front of Sheringham.
Beautiful.
Oh, doesn't take the mark. Oh, yay. Bit lucky there, I reckon, bad Sheringham.
I think there was more in that one than the Richards
Yeah.
slap, I mean. Brandon Verfurth kicked his own boot 30 metres in the air over on that outer wing. Then he had to go find it.
Just a quick fact, we're talking about Brandon Verfurth's shoes. Won the time trial wearing Vans in pre-season, Milky.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's a different cat, Brando. Often has no boots. Oh, he played a game in runners this year.
Yeah, his younger brother played He's in my year level.
Jacko Sheringham, goal umpire hardly moves. He just does the old drive-by. From
I'm actually off him. I think.
Knuckles Conway just gives poor old Wilbur just a bit of a flick in the ear.
Poor old. Put me in the category of peasant. Turn your mic off, Milky. You can't be coughing with your mic on.
I'm coughing because you're trying to make me...
Extraordinary.
You're nearly killing me, you kids, I tell you.
12-6-78, Bell Park.
Buckley's Entertainment. Get rid of that stuff out of the way, Wilbur.
35-23.
Crap in front of me.
Kent up against Djokic. Tumbled forward. Mark taken by Lynch. He's a centre half back for Bell Park. Chipping ball through the middle of the ground is nice. Stevenson been a little bit quieter on his output of
Certainly
recent weeks.
Not dominating as we expect,
Just
Buzz.
disappointing because I don't think it'll stop him from winning Recruit of the Year. That's okay. Kick from half back down the line. Verfurth, no shoes. Tries to keep it in, does he? Well, it is kept in. Verfurth couldn't get it over the line, and now Smith will be first there for Bell Park. Or is he? Couldn't pick it up. Sheringham burst through a Siddle tackle. Gets his handball clear. Ball still teetering near the boundary line. Bosley tries to take on two. Look out. Got him.
Gone. Yep.
On in the footy.
Right call.
Just thanks to the pup for taking orders if he's going to go get drinks.
The pup, fantastic pup.
Extraordinary.
Wouldn't have said no to a drink pup if you were going.
Speaking
Good
of
to know.
hierarchy,
That's where it is. Look after the bloke
Gee whiz.
that gives the money.
Oh, dished off. Oh, and then just Bright gets inside. Bosley on the mark. Wobbly looking kick. Chopped off. Hogan, of course, part of the academy. Chipping wide. Oh dear, it's not his best.
Have you got to have no muscle at all to be in the academy?
Put the moz on him. Dylan was ridden into the turf. Woods, stack! Outside the boot!
Oh.
It's the post. Little dribbler. Right into the fat bit of the post.
Arms like knots in cotton, you blokes. Seriously. The ball comes out from full back. Mark taken in the pocket. Is that
Would be Edwards.
Edwards? Comes back.
He's kicked it out of bounds.
Kicked it out in the full.
No.
Hit it.
He's gone to go backwards to Bosley,
No
and he's
way.
kicked it out on the full.
That's hard to do.
Going backwards.
Yeah.
It is. And have a look who sprinted over to that ball. Big Garthy.
Garth.
Yep. Yet to kick a goal today.
Lever's done a pretty good job on him.
Yeah.
Walk past him before the game, Milky. I could not believe how big he was.
Oh, yeah.
Up close.
Choice words, did you?
Yeah. Just telling me he's as weak as Garth around the body. Weak as. Yeah. I just thought he might have said it. Out in the full he goes. Across the face.
He'd probably have you covered in a dust up, Milky.
Nah, not a chance.
I think
I'd get him by 20 yards.
I think it'd take him one shot.
Oh, this is just a comedy of errors. Here he is, O'Connor. He'll take a mark here and he'll go back and kick his fourth. Kyle O'Connor. He's got it. He's going to do the old
Snap.
The J curve.
J curve around the body. 3 already. And look at Tyler Stack calling for it.
Yeah.
Around he goes. Goal number 4. No, he's standing
the
as well.
full again?
That is
Oh,
4
my
out the
God.
full.
This is a comedy.
This is disgusting.
Oh my goodness.
The last 5 minutes. Wow. And now the umpires don't know whether it's going. They've given it behind.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I'm not sure that went in, Milky.
I don't think it did either, mate. 3-1 to O'Connor now, though.
Boy.
he's
I
been,
just saw what you meant about Siddle as he ran past. That hair is just way back.
It's a 5 head. So, well, it's not that I can be saying much. Oh! That's not 90 metres! He's kicked a 90-metre torpy and butchered it. Turned over. Okay, that's gone 90 metres, Milky. With a torpy
Wow.
from full back. Love it. Benstead,
Bring
big
it back.
time with the footy.
Should be the compulsory
Bright.
kick out.
55 out, finds another Bright. Jackson.
Hiding
his
behind the umpire
older
down there,
brother.
Jackson.
He was. He'll have a shot, 45 out. Wow. He's got hold of 2 today.
That should be compulsory.
Yeah.
If you're kicking
Where's
out,
Woods?
you'd have to kick torpedoes.
Don't
Right,
see him
so-
kick too many at training either. So, it's extraordinary. 90 metres, probably an exaggeration, but it's gone the better part of 65.
Oh, no, I reckon you'd be close to 75.
Reckon?
It was level with the corner of the square straight out here.
Give
Yeah.
it 75.
Yeah.
Massive barrel. So, Jackson Bright, anyway, for Bell Park, close to the man on the mark.
Oh, you judged the win.
Asked the footy to
He's
come
judged
back.
the win beautifully.
Beautifully judged. Milky called it. Wonderfully done, Jackson Bright. Knew what he was doing all along.
It's his second, mate.
And that's their 5th for the quarter.
And they're 13th for the game. Look at that for some teamwork. 38-86. Thanks to Buckley's. 3-5-23.
Hang on a minute. There's 4 of us. 3 of us had a little contribution. Any chance?
Well, to be fair, there wasn't much to add.
Onto that one.
No.
Just try.
Barnesy could have said Bell Park had the 8 inside 50s.
Here we go.
And they've kicked 5 goals, so they're be very effective.
Grubdale first to 100 today. They're 16-9,
Jesus, he's
105.
still here.
Over Lara 2-5-7-8.
Look out, the big shots!
He's done it again!
It just streams out of the middle, goes towards goal, fist away from
What
Garth.
is going on?
Bouncing ball, led by Jokic. Comes out the back. Is that O'Connor again? No.
Oh.
There he is now, O'Connor. What dances? Serves a bit of candy. Dishes off a long handball, off a step.
Love, I think
That was Love. Goes towards goal, but going back and taking... Oh, no, he didn't take the mark. Got over the line. But Lever. Give it to Woods. What are you doing kicking out?
That's gone a long way too.
gone-
Just
yeah.
That's
a conventional drop punt.
Yeah.
Gone nearly over 60 metres, I reckon. And it'll work too because Bosley got on his boot and now it's a straight foot race. Buchanan, Hun comes in and creates a contest. Did all right. And we'll force a stoppage just forward of centre wing. So maybe they need to do more torps and starting to get hold of a few kicks. Bit of yardage over the zone. Tossed up, I'll let you gulp that down, Milky. Vale
Thank you.
missed the footy. Benstead doing a bit of goalkeeping. Found Hutchison, who spins round and was unceremoniously dumped after he
on.
kicked it. And there's a
There we go.
little dust up.
Yep.
Just Conway style. On the 50. Todd Stevenson unhappy with McCaskill. Obviously, they saw
The recruit of the year.
just in the warm up. Di was thrown later around.
Oh,
Kick.
it was not, wasn't it? He kicked that.
It
Yes,
was.
It was with the
Garth
club.
couldn't complete the mark.
Conway style.
Not my go, Milky.
Yeah, we saw that.
But I just didn't like what I saw. I had to stand up.
That's it. Well done. Fly the flag. That's all you got to do. It's not that hard.
No.
You got 18, 17 teammates out there just come in to help you.
Did you notice how many come to help me?
None.
Yeah.
Dear. So on the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard, and this is very entertaining stuff you're listening to here. 3-5-23 South Barwon. They trail Bell Park 13-9-87 at the 21-22 minute mark of this third quarter. 10-goal game. Who would have thought? As the ball goes it's picked up here. Well, it's attempted to be picked up. Bosley was the bottom of the pack. Now it's I nearly said Drysdale, but it's bloody hell.
You
Looks like Bosley's been swung forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Milky's here physically, but home
not
mentally.
Today. Not today, mate. She's just...
Ball trickled out ahead of Sheringham.
Colac 10-12-72, leading Leopold 3-5-23.
That game's
Wow.
over. That game is over.
Leopold haven't clicked this year, have they?
No.
Well, not once, I don't reckon.
And Joey's 15-9-99, leading North Shore 4-4-28.
Yep. So convincing as you'd expect. The Joeys. Hutchison wrapped up on a strong Fisher tackle over the line. And will be thrown in. 87 plays 23. 39-3-5 Bell Park's way. There's 23 minutes ticks by thanks to Buckley's. Vale. Oh, Falcon Blair. Won't happy because that'll ruin the hair. And won't be happy at all. Brown, that was surely a mark.
50.
And 50.
Yeah,
Garth took
good
it out of his
call,
arms.
He's getting a bit frustrated, Garth.
Yep.
Just hasn't been able to impact on the scoreboard.
And Riley Brown, he's right on his limit, even with the aid of the breeze. I still think this
Really?
is right on his limit. Wants the handball through, but Bright not letting him.
He's looking
Lever was
for
going
it
to
as
head
well.
for it too.
Yeah, this is right on his
Oh.
distance, and he gives it off. Streaming
Yeah.
through, that's and it'll work. Bosley, straight through the arms. Lynch was dumped and dropped it, and there's a man down. Buchanan caught one to the head. Is it a free kick or a ball up? I heard a whistle. I think the umpire will throw it up.
No,
No.
free kick.
No, free kick. I'll call Buzz.
Free kick.
St Mary's 11-14-80, well clear of Long West Giants who are 3-10-28.
Yep, he just keeps coming in, doesn't he?
He does.
Yep.
So Taylor Buchanan will line up. Tight angle.
Fans
What's he got?
updated.
Nothing so far for the day.
Nothing
Yet
for
to bother the
he.
scorer.
Comes in, right foot up. Slight angle, as I say, and gets it home.
Gonna go.
Yep.
Nice goal from Taylor Buchanan. They need a few more of them, and that's saying something. South Barwon 4-5-29. Thanks to Buckley's, Bell Park well ahead, 13-9-87.
Barwon heads are 20 points clear of Drysdale.
Should have expected that. I would have thought they'd be expecting to bank that one.
Bell
Notice
Park.
40 points clear of Anglesey.
Bell Park are +8 in kicks for the quarter. They've just been able to get the footy a lot more than South Barwon, and that's involved with the centre clearances from Vale.
Speaking of centre clearances, here he goes again. Big Shorts wins it again. Doing a sensational job in there. Oh, a bit of a quick hands out to Lockie Patton. Ball bounces in front of Garth. Tries to track it. He's got 2 to beat. Goes to ground. Umpire's letting it go. Ball goes out to Paddy Bright. Costello finishes up with it. He's dispossessed. I reckon he dropped that. Umpire said, yeah, you did, son. Free kick to the running Ryan Dillon. But he's standing still.
Be worried about this kick, Dylan. His kicking was poor in the first half.
Yeah.
Goes to the outer side. Stevenson at the back. Gets a hand in the back first and then gets a fist into it. So it's a free kick to Brett Blair. He goes into the centre of the ground. Finds Brown, the ruckman. Just wants to dish it off. Gives it to Siddle. Siddle, a little chip give. Just a poor kick chipping into Hutchison.
He kicks to centre half forwards. So he's going back with the fight. Was Costello did pretty well, and then just soccers it clear. Who'll be first there? Lever for South Barwon. Has to be quick. He was composed. Left foot ball. Pretty good. Wants the line. Doesn't quite make it. Chopped off by Blake Troy. Smith. Geez, they run in numbers here and they're doing it well. Herman. Kick inside. 50
Jet.
towards Garth. No good. Beats him to it. Out of play.
Game over at Queenscliff.
Oh,
They
early
are
finish.
15-14, 104 over Newcombe, 7-3-45.
Early finish.
bit of revenge for the draw there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably
Mottawarri still leading Torquay. Torquay 8-7-55, trailing Mottawarri 10-6-66.
They might come back to
It's
Rue. They
gonna
lost
be
to Anglesey a
good
couple of
game.
weeks ago, Mottawarri. So they're playing some decent footy. Patton's kick was smothered. Siddle dumps the left foot ball out of trouble, but Lynch has parked himself back as he does. Goalkeeping. Takes an uncontested mark. Squares it up. Has Reed in the middle of the ground. Taught him a lesson in the season in the reserves.
Yeah. What, to wear 2 jumpers?
Yep, that's it.
Out he comes towards the kicks commentary truck. O'Connor was there. Ball's chopped, thrown over the top by Richards. Comes back there to Hutchison. Hutchison tries to send Bell Park into attack, but he gives it over to Stevenson, who goes wide to Lynch. The old school teacher has a bounce. Then just steadies, goes into the hot spot. Lever, you'd expect him
Oh,
to
at
mark
the
this.
back.
At the back, Jack O'Bright. Comes back to Smith. Smith leaves it behind. Jack O'Bright, did he get one high? The umpire didn't see it. Paddy Bright gives it across to Costello. Tries to sell some candy. Can't do so. Paddy Bright lays a really big tackle. Umpire says, give it to me. We will have a ball up.
Just holding up down there, aren't they, the
Yep.
defence from South Barwon? They just keep slightly getting in the way. It's tough work for them at the moment.
Yeah, hard work.
Under
They're busy. 40 out.
Pressure.
It is probably their strongest line out of the 3. You'd say South Barwon. They've got a stingy defence. Jeez, Brown got a big shove from Garth. That was a bit ill-disciplined. Big Joe, I think Barnesy said it before, just seems a bit frustrated, being well beaten by Jay Lever this afternoon. Once he had no goals, just one behind for Jared Garth.
That'll be the 3rd free kick of this quarter, I believe.
Yep.
It's given away.
And with no goals so far, probably rules him out of the running to become the first GFL player to crack the ton in 17 years. It's a long way
It is.
back
It's a
now
long way,
with
isn't it?
5 games to go. I think, what was he sitting on, Barnesy? 68?
I believe.
Yeah.
With 5 to go, depends
Who,
if they come
kicked
up
the
against
last?
a lowly
Who
team.
kicked the last 100?
17 years ago. Milky,
Zvonimir Zuto, was it him?
Barnesy's the man.
Couldn't tell you.
Sure.
Didn't know it was 17 years ago until 30 seconds ago.
Is
was
Inverleigh
it
playing?
Tonks?
Is Inverleigh playing today? Because
Yeah, he
Jay
would-
Kennedy Hunt will
No,
be.
they've got a week
No,
off
they've
He's got
today.
the week
Got the
off, so he's
week
got to
off.
wait another week for
his
him.
100th.
He'll definitely get his 100th. There's Vale, just tries to crash his way through again. Ball goes up and under very wide. Oh, Garth almost taken the chest mark, then gone man-hunting after that, and he just shoves his...
He's hurt too. I think he got
Yeah.
one right in the goalies.
They're all just having a piece of him.
He has. He's definitely got one where it hurts.
Yep.
So we'll have a ball up. 60 out from the Bell Park goal. Over the top goes Brown. Then dishes off the handball. Finished up with Burford.
That's Burford. Is that Burford's boot again? No, it's Brown this time. Extraordinary.
It is.
Tie your shoelaces up.
Only half put it on too, so he's sort of just waddling out to this boundary throw in. Just quickly put it on the foot with half the boot hanging off. Vale dominantly again. Sheringham wraps up McCaskill. Stripped of it. Verfirth tries to get his arms clear. Siddle battling for it. Pulled it in. The umpire may have pinged him.
No, big shorts. Just ripped one into McCaskill.
Yeah.
From kneeling position, just belting in the
Cheapo.
guts. Brown wins it, knocks it down. Picked off by Patton.
Been good.
Round the left he goes, into the pocket. Goes over the head of O'Connor. But he goes back and gets it again, paddles it forward. But I think it might have just trickled over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in.
Tackling pressure by both sides has been pretty good for the first 3 quarters. Bell Park are just leading this one 10-9.
I reckon the
Very
umpire's
nice.
just gone over to Garth and told him to cool it because he both their hands open as if to say, what am I doing wrong?
He's given a 50 away as well.
Tossed
this
in,
quarter.
he has. Brown will give that one to him for South Barwon. Hands came clear. Patton, he's a left footer, cut one high. Umpire missed it, was blindsided.
Might have been one of those
Tossed up.
ones where he certainly did Milky's favourite Selwood move of getting low into the tackle. Maybe the umpire caught him at bending at the
Haven't
knees.
discussed much about the Cats, have we,
He
boys?
got- he got
No,
5.
Good winners, you blokes. You're
Correctly
not very
so.
good losers.
He had 5 high tackles on the weekend, I counted.
Stack
Who?
on
Friday night.
Who?
Salad.
on your Wilbur.
'Cause
Stack.
it's- don't
Yeah,
like
work.
it.
Drives it
Wilbur.
from 55.
Oh, good hands.
Good grab.
Really good hands.
Garth again. He's got sticky hands when he wants them
Yes,
to be
yep.
sticky. Big Jared Garth. And he's directly in front. Distance will be no issue. Neither will the accuracy,
Yes,
you would suggest.
One behind to this stage. Surely he just puts his straight over the goal umpire's
This one's
hat.
going down the hill.
Yeah, this might go to one
Yeah.
down the heights.
Left post. And in he comes. Goal umpire did not move, and he
Oh,
liked that.
yeah.
He wins.
Giving himself a little verbal get around me.
He's probably happy because he hasn't had
Come
a real
on, Garth.
opportunity.
Who was that that did that and they pumped themselves up?
Yeah, was it Newtown?
Oh,
Wasn't
no, I think it was St. Mary's.
He was calling his own name.
Yeah.
He said, come on,
it? Who was it?
so-and-so.
I can't remember, but that was very funny. On the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard with 32 minutes ticking over, South Barwon trail 4-5-29. They trail Bell Park 14-9-93, and at the 31-minute mark of the third quarter, Jared Garth kicks his first goal.
Just a bit of dead horse there for Jay Lever.
Yep.
Coming out of the nose. Luxford coming on. We still haven't seen much from him. I'm not sure if he's as fit as he should be. He doesn't look.
He's been in and out of the Essendon VFL side this year. Midfielder. Hasn't had a lot of influence today, certainly. Another clearance of Bell Parker is at Gowers. Tries to hold things up for the Swans. He's buried into the turf.
Yeah, it's their 12th clearance for the quarter. Buzz.
Beautiful.
Led
Here we
by
go.
one,
Well
led
done,
by
well
one fella, the big fella here with the big shorts, and he taps it down again. He's had a brilliant day.
Yeah.
Comes back to Smith, who gets set upon by Verfith. Stacks on. Umpire says, "Give it to me." A lot of love in that little group there. We'll have as Knott comes in over the top. That'll go down as history today. We were there the day he handballed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up they go again. Vale again knocks it forward. Smith leaves it behind. Over the top was Woods. Goes back and gets it again, does Woods. Dishes off the handball. There's a whistle blown.
Woods was smashed.
Yeah. I reckon umpire's taking it back because your mate was calling, I reckon it was Blair, was calling for advantage down the field, but
It was a separate incident to the kick, so you can't.
yeah, that's
Can't
it.
say it was downfield.
Yep.
Both sides haven't had much marks for the quarter. Just
33 and a
lot
half minutes gone, just quietly, boys.
of contested ball.
He goes
Look at that for a
wide. There's
kick.
the man. There he is.
He's one of the best kicks in the JFL, Reece Woods. How was that? That was a bullet.
Yep.
50-metre bullet.
Brett Blair just unloads a big bomb. No one in particular, though, and they all just line up to take the mark, and it's Tommy O'Leary who just marks in the
Uncontested.
back pocket. Just goes forward
Very long quarter.
to
isn't it?
Stevenson.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ticking over 34 minutes, and I don't know why it's so long.
Yeah.
He, in turn, then goes out to Elford. Elford decides to go out the far side, as you do against us. The ball's fisted away from Garth. Stay out there, boys. You don't want to bring the thing over near us.
Another free kick.
Going the way of Dylan.
Yep.
For a hold. And
There it is.
It does come.
34 minutes, 17 seconds. Why?
Yeah.
There wasn't much that happened in that quarter to make it go that long. But anyway,
So that we could eat our sausage rolls and...
For him to get on
I
the
think
field
he's
at start.
oblivious to what's
He has
happening.
No clue. he's still on the field to play, but they've just decided to start anyway.
Yeah. So back we go. Knocked down to Smith. He can't get out of the Verfith tackle. Umpire says, held it to him, give it to me. We'll give Big Shorts another crack at having another tap out. Up we go.
Off the field, Big
He's
Shorts.
off he must be having a rest because he's had, what did you say, 60 hit-outs. As the ball goes back to Smith again. Again, Verfith tackles him. The loose ball goes out to Edwards. He taps it clear. Ball comes back. There he is, O'Connor. Dishes off the handball. Jacko Sheringham. The look away. He goes back to Love. Ball comes back to the old Joshua Jokic. And bouncing over she goes, over the fence. 44 seconds of crap. That's what that was.
We've had about 90 minutes of it today, I think.
Certainly not the best passage of play.
First corner was.
14-9-93 Bell Park at the start of this final term. South Barwon 4-5-29. Tossed in. Brown, we'll give that one to him that time. Had the front position and won it. Kick smothered by Gowers into the backside, I reckon, of Garth.
He's kicked that on the road.
And then he has kicked that onto Reynolds Road.
Yep.
It's gone very wide. There's a car trying to park itself. And the ball's in the way. Park itself. I think it's one of those self-driving ones. just from a glance.
Oh yeah, yes. Your knowledge of your motor mechanical knowledge.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So Stack with the footy. He's 60 from home. Tyler Stack doing a lot of pointing and a lot of kicking. He chips now.
Sucked him in.
Yep.
Had Bright standing just 10 metres away, who then chips over the top himself.
That is
a bit easy.
Yes.
And look who it is, Milky. Kyle O'Connor with the footy.
Unbelievable. He's had his day, that's for sure.
Yes.
And he's been predominantly in the midfield as well, and he's gone for his fourth goal.
We spoke before the game about the key outs Bell Park had, and O'Connor's really stepped up today.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
filled their role.
Really showing the depth Bell Park have.
So in he comes. Distance will be no issue. Just all about accuracy from here. Kicks from 35. Which the umpire was all a bit narrow. Through from behind. 14-10-94 Bell Park. South Barwon 4-5-29. That's thanks to... who is it thanks to, Milky?
Bendigo Bank.
Bendigo Bank, that's it. Yeah, that was one we missed.
Oh dear. So Woods brings the footy out, goes the Brown direction, but almost chopping in was Benstead. It's kicked off by Elford. He had a crack at it too. And just crap footy again, ball goes wide, finishes up with Hutchison. Hutchison squares it up, finds his teammate in Stack. Yep. He's paying the mark, 40 metres. Where's our around the grounds been gone? Just gone.
I think Pup's taken a phone call.
Yeah.
Stepped out of the van. There were about 3 free blokes inside their forward 50 there, Bell Park. South Wales' defence has been horrific in the start of this quarter.
In he comes, Stack for his third. He misses as well. 2-2 for him.
3 inside 50s for Bell Park this quarter, and they've already had the 3 marks inside 50.
Yeah, there's just too much space in there.
Yep, very lax defending.
Yeah,
The Swans.
right on their player.
Whoever kicked that ball back is not a great kick. Because it went nowhere near Reece Woods.
Don't tell me he's running out to get it himself. So he's going to have to run it backwards.
Oh, you're kidding me.
The defence need to look at themselves and look after their captain.
Unbelievable. This is how we have 35
Just to
quarters.
describe it, he's had to run 40 metres from the goal square to pick up the ball that was hacked over the fence by a spectator.
He's back where he belongs now, Reece Woods. Not a lot to kick to, so he plays on, as he often does, and drives it as far as he can with a drop punt this time. Hanson, nearly the mark, swooping in. O'Connor again was clean. Lynch, likewise, handball over the top. Now it's with Love. Kicks from 50 towards the goal square. Verfith got a fist in. Lever dashes out of his defensive half. Luxford looks up, has Edwards over the top, finds him. He can turn and go. Right side for him, finds Kent. Does he know? Swooping in nicely was Blake Choi, got a fist in. And then Benstead ushered over the line right in front of the crowd. A nice crowd. There's a decent amount in the rooms as well for this past Players' Day. Right in front of them on the pavilion side.
So we'll have a throw in. Kent's effort towards that mark was a bit lax, I thought, as the ball comes over the back of the pack. Trying to crash his way through there is Richards. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire circling, says, boys, it's going nowhere. You might as well give it to me, and we'll have a ball up. Up they go. Over the top goes the big fellow Jokic. They must be giving Big Shorts a rest as Jacko Sheringham goes to the top of the square. Garth gets hands up but doesn't take the mark. At the back is Lever. Picks the footy up. Goes very, very wide to the outer side. He's got Fisher. Oh, but a really good mark to the pin-up boy in Stevenson. He goes into the centre corridor and finds, I reckon, that's Jokic.
Yep.
Jokic, little chip over the top. Not quite where it needed to hit the target. And chip in taking the mark is Dylan.
No, he didn't pay it.
Didn't pay that mark.
That was a clear mark. No
Absolutely
doubt about
it was.
He punched it and then marked it.
Yep. No, and then he's... Oh, no.
Oh, no. You're kidding me. He's paid a free
He's
kick.
pleaded his case and the umpire paid a free kick.
Just asked him why was it a mark.
And it's the same umpire, boys. And I don't want to get myself into trouble, but he has been over-officious, this fella.
There's been over 45 frees for both sides, so...
Yep.
And it's been more towards Bell Park, so it hasn't been very consistent.
Yes. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
So have a look who it is and who goes towards goal. It's Kyle O'Connor. And he misses. I've got him down for 3-4. You got him down for 3-4?
3-3.
Well, I reckon that Love might have kicked one of them. So you got him down for behind? Love?
Yes.
There you go. That's where I mucked it up. I put in the wrong line.
So you were wrong.
Mistaken.
Kicks the point of his goal square. Got a good roost on it.
Yep.
Bosley couldn't complete the mark against another Rednut and Lynch at ground level. Gowers tries to find a way through. There's a free kick. I think it might be going Reece Woods' way. Was dispossessed after he got rid of the footy. So he's got it at half back. Reece Woods.
Don't know whether you heard it, but Redheads are back in fashion.
I read something about that the other day. Woods. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Drives to centre wing. Stevenson. Can't complete the mark uncharacteristically. And out of play.
Doesn't have time to read the paper, but he's read enough about redheads being in fashion.
No, I heard it on the radio. Whatever somebody it just brings up. Yeah, that's it, exactly. You've been great today, Barnesy. But don't get on the piss again.
Very, very flat.
Yes. Jockey knocks it down. Oh, quick hands from a standing position over to Knott, and he's not used to that, receiving the handball on the run. Comes back. I reckon that was Patton. Just kicked it forward. Ball knocked clear by Dylan. Over the back it comes. Woods on the end of it. Gives it over to Hogan. But puts a hand in where perhaps he should have put 2 in. And wrapped up in a tackle at the bottom of that pack. Oh, they've letting it go here. I thought he would have paid that just the ball up when the first one came out. Jockey dishes over. Still going, are they? Goes over to Knott. And pretending he's passing it off, but he's not. He's had a shot at goal. He has, and I reckon he's got it. No. I reckon he has, and he'll be celebrating too. Yes, he has.
Lever missed it.
Paddy Knott.
Unbelievable.
Pretended to be passing it off, but was having a shot the whole time. It's just...
Lever just misread the bounce as he went to touch it.
Bit of credit to Garth. Sucked him up the ground a little bit, so it made it a little bit difficult. But, yeah, just another goal. That's Bell Park's 15th. They go to 15-12, 102. They lead South Barwon 4-5-29 at nearly the 9-minute mark of this Bendigo Bank final quarter.
Crack the ton. The Dragons have been impressive today. Back in the middle of the park. Brown does battle against Jokic. So whistle again. Going Bell Park's way again. Jackson Sheringham in the heart of McDonald's reserve. Asks players to come at him. Then kicks very wide towards the smallest man on the ground, Costello, who couldn't complete the mark, unsurprisingly. Lever was dumped without the footy.
Yeah.
Then we get a free kick for his efforts. Paddy Bright, the the man.
Newtown have taken the lead.
Now,
from
he
Northern.
paid 50 against Darcy Hanson, who threw it back and it landed short.
No, I think that must have been for he was holding on to Hanson.
Yeah, he,
Was
sort
he?
of not allowing him to give the ball back.
Jeez, I hope that's the case,
Right.
because if he paid that for
Other-
falling short and it was out of his teammate's hands, it's extraordinary. Give him benefit of the doubt, though, as
No.
Lever gets it inside 50. Front position was Kent. McCaskill sharked it out wide. Baker with the head taped up. Out of side for a minor score. 4-6-30 thanks to Bendigo Bank South Barwon. Bell Park 15-12, 102.
Newtown have taken the lead from
No.
St Albans. Newtown are 11-8-74 over St Albans 9-9-63.
Oh, they've got the close one.
oh yeah.
That was on my other suggestion, Milky, so don't blame me
What's that?
to go to that game.
Yeah.
You wanted to come here. We just kick out. Almost pinched. Comes back to your man, Luxford, who gives it back to his team. Oh, in Siddle. But it's just, brushed over the line.
The amount of numbers and time I had there, he surely had time to straighten up a little and kick it over the goal line.
We wanted to come and see you play twos footy. That's
Oh,
why we were here.
can't
And then
blame-
we wouldn't have
can't
seen
blame
we wouldn't have seen the rumble in the jungle.
Yes, well, if you'd actually
Yeah.
played instead of fighting,
And the 20 touches I had.
Ball comes out to the outer side. Up goes Smith. Comes down. Siddle roves it. He had a week.
whiz.
He had a week to kick that and put it out in the full.
Ooh.
Shocker.
Usually a neat kick too, Siddle. Just rushed it a bit.
Probably thought he didn't have as much time as he did.
So Lynch will kick in for Bell Park. Just done his bit this afternoon.
Rebound.
Oh,
It's got to be a free kick.
Yeah.
Umpire.
Hanson was up a week early and he hasn't paid it. I do not believe that. Darcy Hanson flew over 4,
They
got in every one of their backs.
Ridiculous.
They don't pay that, but they've been paying other free kicks.
Ball at ground level. Costello wrapped up. Hogan was beaten to it by Bright, who tumbles one forward. He wants the line, probably. It's a bit of a race. Levo will be first there ahead of Garth. Handball over the top. Misses Hanson. It was a bit sloppy. Jokic gets his hands clear. Patton being good. Garth. Bright. Handball over the top. Linking up. Well done, Luxford. Read it best. And saves South
Yep,
Barwon.
then puts it
Blushes
out in the
out in the full.
Probably just sort of tried to mean it for South Barwon to reset there.
Paddy Bright on the outer side.
Oh,
Just
jeez.
mungs it.
You might have been right, Wilbur.
Yeah, kicks it
Grab
over to
the play.
Bosley. Bosley in turn across to Siddle.
Ooh, he's gone a
Siddle,
ball.
there's no one. There's no one home.
He's got a chip in charge there, I reckon.
Chip and charge, yeah.
Chipper Lynch has got all the time in the world. Just decides to kick it out to Harry. Come on, Harry is the call. Takes the mark. Come on, Harry. Tyler Stack right in front of us. Tell him what to do. Goes towards Costello. He's got Mars to beat. Gets around one. Gives it to Bosley. Bosley gets around.
Kent.
Then, it's Kent. Both skinny and red. You work out. That ball goes to the back pocket. Hands across to Woods. Steady influence. Just gives it back to Lever. Going deep in defence. Goes out of side. Finds, I reckon that's McCaskill, is it? On the outer side. In front of the scoreboard that reads 102-31.
Little chipping ball over the top finds Richards. Still at half back, South Barwon. Looks up and not a lot ahead of field that he likes. So might just have to kick it as far as he can and does. Just sets it up more than anything. Out numbers are there. Benstead was given a shove. No.
Free to
there's
Blair.
Free to Blair. Riddle me that, Batman. Not sure how it's his free kick. Blair finds Bosley. Sparnsy said was shifted forward in the third term.
He's got to get it in.
He does. He's a bit slow here. He's 60 out from goal and then goes back in board.
Whiz.
Took too long.
Kent.
He had 2 1-on-1s inside his 50s. You got to back your forwards in.
Gone a long way back, and now all the numbers are back inside 50 for the Dragons. Siddle.
Oh, good spoil.
Flew early. It was a ripping spoil from O'Leary. Kick just tumbles forward. Fisher beaten to it by Lynch, who's socking it forward only as far as Ali Mars. He's got 2 to beat now. The help arrives. Siddle again did well. Verfirth squeezes one out. Hugs the paint of 50. Gowers, can he find a way through? He does. Look out!
Oh.
Both players went. Good contest. Richards was smashed in midair. And after all that, we'll have a ball up just inside 50.
There goes. Might not be on the Christmas card list after that hospital handball. That was a shocker. Good way to get your mate killed.
14 and a half minutes gone of this clash. 11 goals the difference. Up they go. Big Short just drives a fist into it. Gets it over to Reed. Ball at ground level. Oh, Siddle. No, so that's not Siddle. That's Blair. Dishes off the handball. Comes back to Reed. His handball smothered. Blair again. What can he do with it? Gives off the handball. Woods is the man. Oh, ducked under the tackle.
Yeah, he ducked that.
Yep.
Definitely.
But awarded the free kick.
Still think it's high, though.
Yeah. Cannon Hunt just ripped one into the kidneys of Bell Park player. I reckon it was Hutchison that he just punched him then. Woods. Gee whiz, you'd certainly be saying into the...
Kick a barrel, Reese.
Yes.
Reese will...
Unload a torpy.
Torp.
Yelling out, getting some advice from Wilbur. Woods got one in the pocket.
Oh,
bang!
kick.
Good kick to Fisher. Doesn't let him down. He's 10 metres closer. Fisher, you'd know what sort of a kick. He'd have to go hard at the left post.
Yes.
He would have done this 4,000 times at training. Mitch Fisher. He's right in front of the kicks commentary truck. We've got a perfect angle on him here. Comes in. Didn't go hard enough or left enough. He's missed everything. Oh, almost. Good leap.
I think it's a mark.
How is that?
Mosley.
How can that be a mark?
Oh, he's gone.
Don't know what that was
It went
about.
through 2 sets of hands before it went in.
Yeah.
We got it in.
He might have been the fourth person to touch that then, Mosley.
That's strange. Get into trouble. So you just keep it to yourself, you blokes. Don't go knocking the umpires. They're doing a great job.
They do.
Yep.
Mars on the far side, kicking into the teeth of the breeze, and the ball just holds up the top of the square. Tries to play for the free kick, does Blair. Perhaps better off going at the footy, son. And the ball goes over the boundary line.
Torquay extend their lead
Oi,
over
here he is again.
Warri to 4 points.
Ooh, good game there.
Yeah, cracker.
Spring Creek Reserve.
Good one to watch.
Thanks, Wilbur. Tossed in. One down. Siddle out of the pack and kicks the goal. Nicely done. He's been threatening to do that the last 5 minutes or so.
Yep.
James Siddle. Snapping goal. Real nice from him. Moves South Barwon to 5-7-37 thanks to Bendigo Bank. Bell Park 15-12, 102, I meant to say, and well out of sight.
Definitely, as you said, he's come into the game this quarter. Siddle, who's having a lot of touches across half forward, looking lively. Probably should have had another couple of goals, but nice finish there, snapping out of the pack.
That's your biggest contribution so far today, Barnes. That was it. That was it.
Might just switch off now. Deary me.
Oh, dear. Where are we going next week, guys? Let's hope it's a bit more interesting this one.
I don't know. What's on next week?
No,
We have an email.
Yeah, I don't worry about that.
What's got the list on it?
Yeah, but what about if it's a better game? We might just change. I like change. Change is good. 102 plays 37 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Oh, Jacko Sheringham didn't get it, but Big Shorts Vale just drives another left foot bomb down the middle of the ground. Woods done a really good job down back. His kick, not so great. Paddy Bright, little chip into the pocket. Oh.
Bell Park St Joseph's, Milky.
That's where we're at.
That's where we be at.
So.
Yep.
That's where we be at. That'll be a cracking game.
Yeah, should be.
These guys might just take it up to Joey's.
Joey's at the moment are apparently 0-9-111.
Oh, pup, seriously?
Woods keeps it in, goes by hand. Edwards over the top. No, the ball was out of play. Thought it might have been before that chain of handball started. So it'll be tossed in. 37 plays at 102. Bell Park's way.
18.5 gone.
That's it. Thanks to Bendigo Bank. Long 18.5 too.
Yes.
And this last term, Kent won it down. Baker, head strapped up and all. Jeez, I'm not sure how Edwards got rid of that, but somehow got it clear, only as far as Big Toddling. In the middle of the ground, switches wide, fisted away by Hanson. Jackson Bright first on the scene. I think he wants the line. He didn't. Oh, look at this. Look at this bit of gym work. Gymnastics.
That reminds me of you down here by the point post.
I couldn't. I was stuck.
He's laying on his head, just up the air, legs up in the air.
I tried to keep it in, and I don't know what happened. I just got stuck in the ground, and my legs were suspended in the air.
Not sure how that wasn't holding the ball against Bright when he clearly dived directly on the footy, but Hard to explain.
Vale wins another tap, but it's slammed over the boundary line by Mars.
Good radio today, boys.
Yeah, it's been great.
Good radio.
Yeah, they're putting an ad together. They've got an ad about our highlights, and that's I guarantee there's not one crack from today.
Nothing in it.
Not a bit.
Maybe your pirate joke, Milky.
That's a highlight
Let's
of the
hope
day.
that doesn't get in there.
Yeah.
What was it again, Milky?
Why he had the patch on?
Yeah,
He had a sore eye.
Bit of a breeze at
Here we go.
Oval.
At where?
At the Gordon Tape Oval.
That's an Albans.
Newtown and Chilwell extend their lead over over St Albans. Newtown and Chilwell now 12-10-82 over St Albans 9-10-64.
Ooh.
St Albans have yet to score this quarter.
Ooh, interesting.
Is it?
I think it is. Tossed in.
Tightest game in the GFL.
Yeah. Kent, Hogan, Luxford. By hand. McCaskill kicked it into Siddle more than to him.
Exactly.
And the ball somehow finds its way out after all that. Trying to a bullet 2 metre pass by foot.
The boundary umpire signalled it was touched as it went over the boundary line.
Just making sure.
Yes.
It's thrown in. Kent has back position and wins it, and then takes it out of the ruck, and then just gets rid of it as quick as he can. Not burst
Another
clear.
handball.
Stack. Left foot ball drifting wide. Dylan did enough. Buchanan Hun. Hansen wrapped up in a strong tackle.
Oh, no, free kick there.
Free kick for a
Umpire
high
off
tackle.
the ball, called that one from the centre square.
Hansen quickly to Lever. It's probably got better as the game has gone on, really. Jay Lever kicks a long one down the line. O'Leary v Fisher. Good contest. Fisher did well. Shows a clean pair of heels too. He's just playing soccer with himself here. Soccer it as far as he can.
That's
He's
three.
sockered off the ground 3 times in a row. Benstead chops off goalkeeping. Oh, and then speaking of goalkeeping, Richards sharks
and
it
happy.
and goals. Jeez, you could thank Mitch Fisher for that.
Absolutely,
That was all Mitch Fisher.
That was like Maradona in the World Cup. He just kept going, didn't
Was.
He did well to keep it in front because he could have completely missed the ball.
It is hard.
Fresh airy.
Harder than it looks to soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aussie rules football. Go all sorts of angles. So, the 6th goal for South Barwon. 6-7-43 they are, thanks to Bendigo Bank. Bell Park, 15-12, 102. We've played 22 minutes in the final term.
Speaking about Bell Park St Joseph's game, it would be good to watch because they both play different games. Because Bell Park's a contested ball team and St Joseph's is an uncontested ball team. So it'll be interesting to see.
Very good, Wilbur.
Yes, it should be a clash of styles with a bit of advice coming through on the text line for Milky.
Let's try and keep concentrated on today. What's it say? Get out of it. Could be anything.
Why are Pirates Pirates? Because they are.
Yeah,
That's how we.
in reference to your joke, that is. Lynch,
Might have been a better one to run
centre
with.
half back, wobbling ball towards Stack. Dylan there and helps it over. See how quickly he got that out of my hands. He's just like the mysterious iPad of a couple of years ago. Might be
You want to go through the search histories?
nothing
Trying to see who it is.
hide.
Not in my contacts. Whoever that is that's sending me those. Why Pirates? Towners won. BTW Towners won.
By the way,
By the way,
Oh, it's over.
This is
I
extraordinary.
I don't know what this shit is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Brown,
By the way.
McCaskill. Oh, jeez, Ruck run down from
Oh, Nipper
behind.
Highland, that's from. That's who it is. Yes, because he's
Louis-
listening.
Louis'
Nipper.
dad?
Yep. No, Uncle.
Uncle,
Yeah.
not in the middle of the ground. It's a nice looking kick toward Hutchison. Had 3 to choose from, beat all of them. Hutchison gets the footy back, left foot spinning ball
That's not bad, is it?
near side.
Why are Pirates
Oh.
Pirates? Because
Shock.
they are.
No need to go with it again.
Well,
Minor
that
score.
was his joke.
Glad we figured that out. 15-13, 103. South Barwon, I'm very confused. South Barwon, 6-7-43, Bell Park, 15-13, 103. So they drive it out. The goal kick, Blair. Nice jump. Showed a clean pair of hands too, Brett Blair. Tough matchup on Todd Stevenson this afternoon.
We must have the latest game going.
Yes.
Drives it. Funny looking drop punt. Bosley tries to fist. Just good hold by. Oh, look at
look
this.
at him, look at him.
Stevenson.
Gee whiz.
What did you call him before?
Toddling
Toddler.
as the footy. I'm not sure why.
Just got another message. You blokes have dropped off terribly
Yes.
without me in there.
Oh,
Matty Kershaw.
oh,
Kirsch. Bugger off, Kirsch.
Yeah, that's it. Come and help out if you you big head. The ball back of the pack. South Barwon defending, but it comes out to Woods. He's been good for them down there. Back in the pocket. Oh, there's your man. That's Luxford. Ball comes out the backy. Back to the man with the beautiful hair, Brett Blair. The ball just going nowhere. Luxford again. Pinched on this. Oh, got one high, but the umpire didn't see it. Back to Jacko, the bad Sheringham. Off the ground goes Smith. Oh, sorry, kicks it into a man, goes Smith. Running onto it. Was that Stack or Hutchison? It was Hutchison, I think. Just rode his opponent into the ground. Umpire says you push him in the back. Free kick in the pocket. That's to
Torquay extend their lead over Morawari to 5 points.
Ooh, that's still live. That's still going.
Must be just about siren
How
time.
long's left?
No idea.
So it's Mars. It's far away and getting quite dark now in that pocket. Lucky for the cameraman, the ball's fisted over the boundary line. 60 around from the Bell Park goal. 15-13, 103. They lead South Barwon 6-7, 43.
Big win this for Bell Park.
Yep.
So they continue their charge up the ladder. Smith. That's Milky Marnie, if anyone's wondering. Just drifted off.
It is an important win with Colac nipping at their heels after a win
Absolutely.
today.
It is.
Yeah.
Barnesy, wish I could call it beauty sleep, but there is no beauty about it. Sheringham, look at that, burst through 2 tacklers,
Handball
did
to
well.
himself.
And I think he missed a footy in the end.
Yeah.
Buchanan squaring, centering ball towards Bosley, who should have completed the mark and dropped it and then ridden into the cricket wickets. That's uncomfortable. Reed Stevenson controls it eventually. Goes wide, Bright. There's a man down in the middle of the ground. I think it's Baker. Stack spins out of trouble, did brilliantly until he turned it over.
Luck's a fortune.
They have time. Reed back to Stack. Kick inside 50. Hanson, 1, 2, 3 mark.
Might I say the cameraman today has done a sensational job.
He has.
He has. Just really,
Yeah.
they're a long way away and getting quite dark, but you can pick them out
Easy
as
for the
clear as anything
coaches
on
to
the
do their
monitor.
edits too.
Yes.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Don't know why you laughed.
Some review.
McCaskill dishes off the footy to the outer side. Here he goes, Baker. But he can't catch Lynch. Lynch gets the bounce. Decides to just go round the body, off a step, puts it out in front of...
Caught that in his legs.
The diving Smith. Down the line he goes. Finds his little mate in Blake Troy.
You almost
I nearly
said-
said Troy Blake, ran the wrong way again. Baker chips in with that beautiful looking bandage around his head. Fisher.
Jaden Hunt
Closer to the
style.
centre than he is to centre half forward. Goes very, very wide. Does he find Bosley? He does. He'd be just outside 50, Bosley, on the outer side. Kent provides the lead. He ignores that. So you're not seriously having a crack at these, Bosley, are you? Into that breeze?
Yeah.
He's a strong key. I'll give him that. It'll take his best though.
All right, unless the breeze has dropped right off.
Yeah, the trees aren't moving at all out there. So
Okay,
Yeah.
so he might be
Does
giving
seem very
himself a
flat.
good chance. The man on the mark would have to be on 50.
not much
In
of a
comes
run up.
Bosley.
Oh.
Yep,
Yeah,
mate
a bit
kicks it
short.
all of 30 metres. Does well. The bad Sheringham picks it up and then gets one round the head. It will be downfield free kick. Yeah, free kick against McCaskill.
Don't think Daniel McCaskill's Bell Park's favourite at the moment. Been involved in a bit off the footy.
Blake Troy.
Join
gets
you
it.
on the most wanted list down at Bell Park.
Tommy O'Leary
Yes.
gets it over to Patton. Patton with the left goes towards goal. He's got Hutchison in the pocket and he finds him. Hutchison be 7 metres out from goal. Hard up against the behind post. What's he going to do?
Barwon heads 2 goals clear of Drysdale.
There's your answer.
Only two goals.
2 goals. Wow.
Good effort by the
Drysdale.
Hawks.
Yeah.
They got some quality players at Drysdale.
Matty
Yeah.
Ebbard, of course.
Yep. And round
Richard
the body, Hutchison goes and misses.
Jared Lover, former Hawk as well, is out here this afternoon.
Bell Park have had the 4 marks inside 50 this quarter as well.
How many have they had for the
Is that
game?
Is that your contribution? Seriously.
11.
There we go.
Oh, well done, Wilbur. You do a great job, son.
Thank you, Milky.
Although I don't think Buzz has got over you calling him a peasant, just quietly.
Bit off it.
Yeah, sorry about that. Buzz?
Oh well, too late now, Wilbur.
Fair enough.
The damage is done.
Siddle
Oh,
finds
good
Dylan
snatch.
with an absolute bullet.
Yeah.
Ryan Dillon, not his best afternoon, the running man.
Starting to pot his teammates. Is he trying to
Yes.
poke holes in the team to find a spot, is he?
I'm just stating facts, Milky. Lever has been good.
Yes, he has.
Give him that. He's at half
Yeah.
back. Another scalp in the pocket for him today. Whoa! Kent up very high and he's hurt too.
Quick.
Mate, Kent, the
Look,
mark
you
was
take the
taken
mark,
by
though. Look, you
Steph.
took the mark.
Of course he did. Stevenson, no, it's wide. Lynch, he can have a ping if he played on, but he
You can see the
didn't
man of
in
the
the
mark's
end.
right on the 50.
Geez, this would be something if he kicked the goal. He's
He's not going
Have a
for
crack.
it.
hesitating.
Have a crack.
Just pops it up to the tip of the goal square.
Oh,
Garth
Garth
nearly
almost.
took it. Costello wriggles clear, and the mark
but look at
taken
it.
by Knott.
And there's no chance.
Just going to take a little bit of extra time here,
Yeah.
Noddy.
Yeah.
Bit of camera time.
Yep. Coming for his second.
It's
Paddy
been
Knott.
pretty good.
He's very important for them coming into finals.
Yes. It's that other avenue, isn't he? Here he goes. Bang. Gets Bell Park's 16th and his second on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. That takes him to 16, 14, 110 Bell Park. South Barwon 6-7, 43. You could ask the boys in the 2007 reunion, they wouldn't know what the score is. Not
I
sure
think
they'd
they might have shut the blinds a
I think
couple of
they
hours
might,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah. Not much to see out here today, unfortunately.
It's incredible. Bell Park have had 30 scoring shots.
Yep, 30 to 13. But there's a lot of youth out there for South Barwon, and it's a way to go forward. As speaking, one of those youngsters in Verfith knocks it, but it's picked off by the old bloke in Lynch, the school teacher who rather watch basketball on the TV than teach. O'Connor, and there goes a siren before he can do anything to the scoreboard. So the final score here, and I reckon it's the final score of most games in the round, is South Barwon 6-7, 43, Bell Park 16-14, 110. Do you want to take a... Where'd you go? Want to take a break, or we'll take a break, come back with Around the Grounds, our votes, mark and goal of the week, because we forgot to do that last week, by the way, and work out where we're going next week and all the rest of the stuff we try and do after the game. But we'll be there as quick as we can, because I've had enough. Kicks FM 89.3 is country and is football.
For the Bendigo Bank and Buckley's Entertainment Centre, this is the GFL Game of the Week on 89.3 Kicks Footy.
Visiting Buckley's just got a whole lot more rewarding. Now you can earn points for everything you do at Buckley's. Plus, enjoy all the added benefits of being a member. Use your points towards purchases. Take advantage of member discounts and giveaways. Catch the members' courtesy bus and enjoy huge promotions all year round. Sign up now at Buckley's, Falmongers Road, Breakwater. If you love Buckley's, then become a Buckley's member today.
If you're missing today's game due to injury, remember this. There's a